Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes!
We are finally down to 2.
The NBA Finals are here, baby.
Uh-oh. Sound like you about to do an ad read.
Nah.
Sound like that commercial.
He about to ad read the
Jimmy Kimmel.
Celtics.
You know he can't read.
Oh, damn.
Reading is a little
Man,
hard.
the Celtics on taking port. I don't think they real. They got to the finals. 2 losses. 14 games.
It's too many.
Not impressive.
Not impressive. They should have just went 12-0, or 12-0 like a real team.
They didn't win 1 game by 55. I seen that on YouTube and I was watching. I was looking at the comments. Boston fans was upset with D Mills.
And everybody else was upset with us.
Yeah.
So it's like, I
Yep.
think that's what makes a good debate. If half of the people saying that they side with one side, the other half of people said they side with the other side, and it's like 3% of people that side with Mike, which means that they didn't really give a damn either way. They didn't give a damn either way because Mike was kind of just chilling.
I mean, I keep seeing just people going back and forth, and I see a lot of people going with, like, the narrative D Mills is kind of going with. There's just that, like, the harder battle for the Mavs is kind of like, it's giving them that jump to people that, like, they could just take this team. And the Celtics just been good all season long.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the battle I'm kind of going with, too. I'm feeling like I'm kind of – we're going to get into our
Yeah, I was about to say,
predictions.
you about to get your prediction 2 minutes into the show.
Yeah.
Not-
That's
you know who I
That's
just
the
seen?
greatest thing about Mike.
You
as
know
like
who I
a
just seen at the
analyst.
stove, P?
He goes, who?
Danaeus.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he instantly got to talking about this matchup.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. The
And he was kind of speaking like D Mills over here.
He was doing that when I was at the barbershop.
Yeah.
But he's also a person that was saying he ain't believing. I'm like, they're going to the finals, brother. And they are in the finals.
Yeah.
So it's like, again, he is also an exception to me because he is a fan.
Right.
So I'm only speaking on people that's in the media because it's kind of just like fans gonna say whatever. You know what I mean? That's what they're supposed to do. But the media, our job is to take all of the information that's in front of us and use it to kind of make proclamations and different things like that. And it's just like, man, when you've got to the finals, 12-2 run, I don't know how much more convinced you got to be.
This is the worst time for NBA media because there's nothing to talk about. So now it's like,
Not only
what
is it
can I
nothing to talk about,
say? What can I do?
it's really literally nothing to talk about.
I
This
just saw-
episode to Tuesday, there's not going to be anything.
I got an idea for Tuesday. We're going to be locked in. Be sure to tune in. To that and Tuesday, 2 o'clock Eastern time, ESPN2, our linear show. So you can also get another free episode of Numbers on the Board. I just saw something before we hit record of somebody on TV saying the Boston Celtics path was easy. I'm sorry. The Dallas Mavericks path was easy.
How? They went against 3 over 50
Because
win
Shea is
teams.
the only good player on the OKC Thunder, and they're young. Kawhi Leonard missed 3 of the games in that one series, and Minnesota's a young team too. So is it really that tough of a path?
Who said that?
Keyshawn Johnson.
Oh, he's a football player.
But still, co-host just watch him. If one of y'all came to the show saying something like that, I'm not letting you get that sentence out. I'm sorry. Because what are we on about? What are we?
All them teams was like 50-plus win teams.
They beat 3 50-win plus teams. They beat 2 of the top 5 offenses in basketball and 2 of the top 5 defenses in basketball.
And
Talking about some goddamn
and they
easy path.
annihilated the top defense in basketball.
man.
Like they made Rudy Gobert a non-factor, and he was a DPOY.
They beat 3 of the top 4 seeds.
Did he have? Did he have them here? Probably
No,
not.
because he picked OKC to
My
beat them
point.
last round.
That's so you can't tell me that it's easy and you ain't even pick them.
They beat the team that you expected to beat them.
Yeah,
So it couldn't have been it. It couldn't have been that easy.
Again, it's just a tough time for NBA media, I guess. That's why I think this is a time where everybody should be having fun and you shouldn't have to be having hot takes and stuff. Like, I think that's what it's all about.
Well, that should always be the focus. Like that's why when people, who was the first one to say that? Like y'all don't like basketball. It's out Kevin Durant, and I feel him on that now more than ever. I just literally think people don't like basketball because there's always something to find that ruins a moment. It's always something. Like something could be like this is the finals. I love the finals.
Yeah,
You know what
I'm
I mean?
I'm
And it's
extremely excited for the
always
finals.
something. Always something. The Miami Heat went on a crazy run last year. Oh, who really want to watch the finals with the Heat and the Nuggets? The Nuggets,
The
really?
greatest Cinderella run in, like, NBA history. baby.
Oh, really?
That run was so fun to watch.
My dad was on the phone saying that to me the other day. I like dynasties.
I understand what he's saying. If that's the end of it, now he might have went overboard.
He was
with
saying
it.
this finals gonna be boring. I
So
like
he
that.
like one team to just dominate for a few years.
Yes,
But I think it's because people like that. Like they like seeing the top dog get taken down.
my argument to him though was, if you like dynasties, then you should know that you have to allow one to happen. What if this is the start to a dynasty for somebody?
Yeah.
You're not even giving nobody a chance.
Yeah.
So it's like, what if you like dynasties, then let them cook.
You never know it's a dynasty until they win that
Thank
first.
you,
and then they
Derrick.
win that second one.
Thank you.
Like they got to start somewhere.
So you're not about to see a team win for 10 years. We saw a dynasty. We just saw the Warrior one.
Yep.
So you thought another one was finna transpire right after? Hold up, Pop.
But you got to think about it. From your pops' life, he's kind of
The
always seen
Bulls,
dynasties.
Lakers,
Yeah, Bulls,
Spurs,
Lakers, Spurs, and then Warriors.
Yeah,
And then,
a little Miami Heat-ish start. You thought it could be a dynasty.
right. So he's
Yeah.
always lived in that. Like having 6 different champions in 6 different years is like that's new. The last time that has happened was the early 70s, which he also lived through with his old dad.
But we have also seen the same teams in the kitchen cooking during the. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like,
Yeah, like the same teams that are in the playoffs going against each other. You get those same matchups. It's just like the finals, the guys different.
what is this? The Celtics' second time in the finals in how many years? 4?
And they've been in the conference finals every year.
My
second
point.
time in 2 years, 3 years, 3 years.
Now this is Dallas' first time since Jayson Kidd was a starting point guard.
Yeah.
But look, but Dallas
cool
did get
story.
they one conference run. They bounced back and now they here.
Yeah, which is like, I want to give the credit to the Dallas Mavericks because we haven't talked since their last win, which they absolutely dominated. Luka with 20 points in the first quarter, while the Minnesota Timberwolves had 18. He had 3 shots that were near 30-foot 3-pointers in the first
19.
quarter.
They had 19, I think.
And then
They was
I
up
love
there.
Anthony Edwards' answer. He was like, I mean, what was we supposed to do?
Yeah.
He had 3 threes that was near the logo.
Supposed to compete.
Yeah.
The best defense.
And you know
Supposed to
what?
stop him.
Him and Cat both had good like shooting nights, and then this was the one game where they got nothing else from anybody
Yeah.
else. But the Dallas Mavericks have made some really good decisions and some really bad decisions over the last couple of years, and it still ended up with them in the finals. Like Jaylen Brunson is one of the best players in basketball. They let him walk for nothing, and it hasn't mattered. That was 2 years ago, and now they're in the finals. They traded a first-round pick to get Grant Williams, then traded a first-round pick to get rid of Grant Williams, and that led them to get to the NBA Finals. Like, they made a mistake, and then they made the mistake of Jaylen Brunson. Hell, Kyrie Irving is on the market for nothing. We get him. We made the mistake with Grant Williams. Hey, P.J. Watson's on the market for a first-round pick. We do it. So they've taken a lot of chances in the Luka Doncic era, which I can commend them for, because even the Porzingis trade, they traded a lot to get Porzingis, but they saw this young kid who could be one of the best players ever. Like, we got to think about it. It's hard to think about it because we're living in it in the moment. He's 25 and 5 All-NBA
I'm
first
giving
team
credit
appearances.
a lot of that to Luka in terms of like he just needed support around him. He's that good of a basketball player where he could win you a series.
Did
He
y'all
could win
see,
then we get to the point where he might be able to win you a championship with support around him. And the Jaylen Brunson thing was like, that sucked. Jaylen Brunson wasn't that same player. He could have transformed to that player, but they got Kyrie Irving, who was just as good. And then obviously you had P.J. Washington come in and he filled the role too. Derrick Jones, like he just needed that support, and he's going to carry the rest of the way. So.
I think the Kyrie addition has been a lot better than what they expected. I think they expected the offense to be there, or to be able to be Luka's co-part on the offensive side, but the defensive impact that we've seen from him during this playoff run is something that I don't think no one expected. And I think it's been contagious to Luka. He's way more engaged. This is probably his best defensive season he's had. So, like, Kyrie in that locker room has been so influential to this whole roster.
Yeah, there was they were talking about it on Zach Lowe's podcast the other day about, like, of the small guards in basketball, Kyrie Irving is probably the best defender amongst the stars. Like, you're not comparing him to Alex Caruso. Well, no, Alex Caruso's pretty
6'5".
Yeah. Javon Carter or like a guy like that. But amongst him and Dame and these other small guards across basketball, Kyrie Irving's just the best defender in that. And most of that is just his, obviously, IQ, but also the effort that he gives on that side of the ball. Where, like, you can't really hunt Kyrie Irving as much as you can hunt a Damian Lillard.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think it's just...
Have you ever been able to?
You saying we just now noticing it?
I
I can't really remember in the past.
in the finals with the Warriors, and I don't remember them like saying
hunting him. Yeah.
we want to get Kyrie.
But they just play different
They
basketball.
didn't. Yeah, they
The
played
Warriors
ball.
never hunted no one.
honestly.
They kind of just played like
It looked like they was hunting to get Kevin Love early and on switching until Kevin Love started holding his own.
True. They did it to Jokic too. Yeah, they do hunt in a way, but I think they do it within a flow of the offense. Well,
Yeah,
like
they
I
hunt
think
the
like
best way.
the Mavs, like in the way the Mavs do it, like they're gonna call whoever's guarding, they're gonna have them come set the screen, and then it's the pick and roll and
Yeah,
everything.
absolutely.
Everybody has their own way of attacking it.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, I was like driving. The morning we went to go play golf, and I was thinking about this series again. And I'm not an X's and O's guy. I'm not a coach. I got no experience that way. But I was just thinking, if when you're down as much as you were by the Minnesota Timberwolves and you're back against the wall because you're down 3-0, I think it's time when you start just throwing random shit at the wall, right? And I know they played so many different defensive coverages and stuff like that. Maybe I'm bugging. Y'all tell me. Could you have played Rudy Gobert on like a Derrick Jones Jr. to allow him to roam?
You could try.
Could,
I was thinking about the same thing too, because I mean I'm thinking about how the Celtics were going to do it because they're just a little bit different team, but Luka was just kind of like taking advantage of every kind of like time they would overhelp or over blitz or anything, and it honestly came down to the other players just making plays too. Like they was sagging off Derrick Jones Jr. A lot of times he didn't even take the three; he ran right to the paint and he made a really awesome play. So I really don't know. I'm interested to see the breakdowns of how you stop this man.
So the reason I asked that is because I'm looking at this series and I'm seeing Derrick Jones Jr. spend a lot of his times in the corner, right?
Yep.
And in my mind, let's say, how do we run this? We have Karl Anthony Towns guarding the big, if it's Lively or if it's Daniel Gafford. And when they bring up the pick and roll, you hard blitz. You blitz to try to get the ball out of Luka's hands. So if he slips it to the big, you got a Roman Rudy Gobert just standing there. And if Derrick Jones Jr. hits 7 threes like he Grant Williams Game 7 a few years back, then you just live with that. But also, I mean, one of the main things in the series is that they tried to eliminate all the corner threes. Like that was one of the main things, at least through the first couple games of this series. But I'm just trying to figure out how can the number one defense in the league adjust to a guy like Luka, who at this point we talked about it last episode, might be an unschemable guy. And I feel like the only way you do that is to get the ball out of his hands. But obviously when you blitzed with Rudy Gobert, there was nobody tagging the roll man because they wanted the shooters to, or they didn't want the shooters to shoot.
I mean, in a way though, still if you put Rudy on him, if I'm Luka, some possessions I'm gonna just have Derrick Jones Jr. just come set the screen.
Right, but then you got Karl Anthony Towns because that means Derek Lively's doing what? He's sitting in the paint.
He's
so now
probably
you
sitting in
still
the
have that backhand help, but it's Karl Anthony Towns. It's not the same backhand help, but it's still somebody, and it's not just a free lob every single time.
Yeah, you could have definitely tried to experiment with it, but
at least run it a couple possessions just to see. And Luka would have probably adjusted accordingly. That's just what he does.
Yeah.
But at least it would have been something different.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I will say, he trusted Derrick Jones and PJ all series. Like this whole playoff run, if they're open and you do send that help, he's gonna find them.
Couldn't I just put Derrick Jones on the weak side and go to the opposite side and do that? That's what I would do. I have Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. If you want to put, if Derrick Jones Jr. is on the right, well, I'm not running a pick. I'm going
to put
PJ.
PJ Washington.
So what if you Chris Finch? Because at the end of the day, PJ Washington's having a great shooting run. He hasn't been a great shooter. So let's just say whoever is on the strong side, or maybe you go empty side at that point if you look at Doncic. Like there's probably ways to scheme against it, but like if PJ is on the strong side, then Rudy Gobert, you're guarding PJ. Like just maybe it's not Derrick Jones Jr. every possession, but whoever's strong side. But again, you can empty it out and do it that way.
OKC tried doing that with PJ, and he torched their ass.
But then you can argue that OKC has had the best defense against the Dallas Mavericks, where it had to be PJ and it wasn't as much Luka.
Yeah, you could say that definitely because Luka definitely didn't have the explosive nights. He still had his good games here and there, but like they definitely slowed him down a little bit. I felt like also in that series his knee was bothering him a lot more.
For sure, it was bleeding every game.
Yeah,
Dude,
I feel like in
it was
this one,
this series
it did a little bit.
yeah.
Well, you start laughing.
This series he looked a little bit more fresh.
The last game, it even looked like he had blood. It just looked like a bunch of dirt. And I was like, it's always somewhere your knee.
I just watched some of these other teams defend. Like I watched how the Dallas Mavericks defended OKC. Where it's like if Josh Giddey's on the court, then Derek Lively's guarding Josh Giddey, and that just allows their best defensive center to roam.
Yeah, we saw it in here. You play Kyle Anderson.
Yep, and I just don't know how you have Rudy Gobert, who's the DPOY, not be a roamer because
Derrick
that's where
Jones
he works
shot the ball way better than those two guys we just mentioned too.
For sure. But still. Hell, if it's Kyrie Irving and Luka or Derrick Jones Jr., you got to do your part.
It's also easier said than done. Luka was cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not much they haven't seen.
they started their offense so high on the court that it just messed up everything for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Where if you want to drop when you're 37 feet out and Luka's hitting a 30-footer, like there's nothing you can really do.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's a shot that apparently, like, I guess you want to give up in that situation, like in that technique, but he was hitting it every time.
Luka in those closeout games be phenomenal, bro.
How much? Oh no, go ahead.
He just always takes his game to another level. It's like he's sometimes.
He's one of them players. He's one of them players that will do that.
How much do you trust your defensive rotation with Rudy and Cat out too, constantly scrambling? Because I believe that would have been the other exit option for the Mavericks.
Make them think.
Swing them over.
Yeah, because
starting with Luka, we doing the screen, you bumping, we hitting the corner. Your dude is in a complicated space now. The helper is getting help, and so Rudy's rotation is to go close out to Kyrie. Oh,
that's what the new stuff. That's a little bit tougher too if you haven't really done it over the regular season. Because of that, you need a lot of talking and communication. Yeah, that's why I was even thrown off when they went zone that one time, and I understand it because you just want to switch it up. But I was like, I'd never seen them do this before, and they basically got right out of it because they couldn't guard in that either.
Yeah.
Because I think that also plays into the Mavericks' strengths, where if you're doing that and you have that much rotation, if they can get you out of whack, I think is done deal. Because now you potentially have a Karl Anthony Towns or Rudy on an island with a Kyrie or a Luka, and that's why I prefer when the Mavericks pushed it. Like there was like that game one where Luka went out of the game and Kyrie was with the second. A mixture. It was some starters and some second unit guys, and he had an emphasis of just pushing. Because it's like if you can play against that Timberwolves defense without allowing it to set, that's phenomenal.
One thing about that,
granted, they cooked them when they were set too. But
one thing about that series, that just felt like they were always in foul trouble. Jaden McDaniels could not stop fouling, and part of that is like he's trying to harass Luka, and he just kept picking him up. But
he also was getting frustrated and was picking up some fouls, where he was just kind of like F it. And then some of the ones just inexcusable for Karl Anthony Towns.
Cat be having the craziest ones.
Yeah,
but it never stopped. Like you would have thought at some point, like he would have stopped. Every game it was at one.
Because the way it's so crazy because the way he drives the ball is so aggressive. He's liable to pick up 1 or 2 offensive fouls a game just driving. Yeah. So save them fouls for when you're actually playing defense.
Yeah, I mean in this game, the Dallas Mavericks in the half court had an offensive rating of 129.8.
I guess one of the best defense.
29.8.
I credit a lot of that to the start Luka had, man.
Are you being serious? 129.
He started off when he set that tone. I knew exactly what time it was. Yeah,
and he said that the reason he did that was because he knew that eventually they would have to send a double, and now it's just an easy swing. Yeah. So he had his mind that in this first quarter I was gonna kill, and then I was just gonna open the game up for everybody else. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, we saw him do it against the Suns when they came out, and they came out guns blazing. He was aggressive, and he got everybody involved too.
Against the Suns?
Yeah, I'm talking about when they beat them when they was up by 60.
A few years back.
Yeah, in that closeout game, he came out and he torched their ass.
That was convincing for you.
Yes. He has a lot of those convincing closeout series.
We could be really living through like one of the greatest players of all time right now.
And I'm here for it.
What you saying that this run could be him taking the reign as the best player in the world, right?
Could,
yeah.
Okay.
It could. You was cooking with that one.
Could.
4 wins left.
Yeah.
We'll see. 4 wins left. We will see. As a lot of Mavericks cooking was on here. You was on his MVP campaign.
I was.
I was coming in here. Somebody reminded me we did a bracket episode for March, and I kept saying that Dallas could be the Cinderella. Be the Cinderella. I had a video calling them the hottest team going into the playoffs.
That's gotten a lot of love on this
I'm going to be that mad Celtics fan now. Jayson Tatum win. Is he the best player in the world?
I had a real question. If the Celtics win, how much, and this gonna feel like I'm on some bush, some BS with them. How much of a percentage, if they win, do y'all have in saying Jayson Tatum will be the Finals MVP?
I have like
how much are you doing? You're splitting
I would say like 75%.
Yes.
Okay.
I would say 80-ish.
I wouldn't take it out the possibility.
So it's only 20% that Jaylen Brown could
I'm
get
not
it?
surprised from over here.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe like 15% Jaylen Brown, 5% Peyton Pritchard.
Uh-oh.
That's crazy.
Did y'all see that video Mason put in the chat yesterday?
What they was
Peyton
doing?
Pritchard was on the podcast saying that he hires his homies that play overseas in the offseason to guard him one-on-one. He pays them a real salary and their whole job.
I thought we talked about that like a
Maybe
long time ago.
But that was the first time I ever seen it, and I'm like, oh snap!
He pays them to guard him.
an open gym so he can get in his bag. And if you
I
get a
remember
stock,
that
you make
video.
some
Hey, I
money.
respect that. Because I remember a couple years ago, I thought he was a joke. Well, he was joking when he was like, "I need that star. I need that bigger role" when he was playing backup, and I was like,
Yeah, because
"You're
at
not
that
there
point,
yet, bro."
You
At
thought
that
he was
point,
a joke?
At
Not
that
a
point,
joke,
he
but-
didn't have much to where you'd be like, what is he talking about? How you demanding a trade saying you want a bigger role?
I did see that, like right after that, he had the one game where he started, he put up 30. So it was like, yeah, y'all see, I can hoop.
He
Peyton
definitely-
Pritchard
you
can't
can definitely
hoop.
put the ball in the cup.
He
Yeah.
was
He got that
nice at
extension, too.
Oregon, man. He
Got
was
that
nice.
extension.
I felt what he was coming from. I mean, I just feel like anybody that can hoop gonna want a bigger role.
Yeah.
He
And
was
from the
young.
outside looking in, it just also looked kind of crazy because the Celtics was just such a good team.
Wasn't it right after the finals run?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said-
It was
he
right
like,
after.
we made it to the finals, but I want the ball in my hands, please.
I love that transparency because it's like I really think fans and people in the media, they really be thinking people like want to win. Dudes in this league want to hoop and get paid.
Yeah, he was.
Just like like for example, they were saying a rumor that Darius Garland would request a trade if Donovan Mitchell resigned. I thought about it yesterday. I'm like, that is another one of those things, and I don't know Darius Garland, but that's just another one of those things where it's like, that shows you what players are doing this for.
But then also the Cavs recently just said they want to keep everybody.
As they should. That's what made me think about it. Because if I was a GM or I was the owner, I don't care what him and his team are talking about. We have him, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. We have that big. Hold up, home. You're going to have to really go out here in the media and look in the cameras on these shows
You
and
had to
say,
pull up Ben Simmons.
yeah, because we got something going on. And last year ain't go our way because we had a lot of injuries. So we gonna try to roll this back again, man. Especially if we got Donovan Mitchell.
Really?
Garland
come
playing
back.
with a full face mask on,
I
full year.
I think they have to make some moves. At least one of those top 4 have to go.
Oh, if they are going to, it'll be Jared Allen. I'm gonna have to run that back again. Teams be trying too fast to just rewrite stuff and move things. Okay, I understand. You want to make one move, go ahead. But they've been a solid team. They've been a lot better over these last couple of years than I thought they would be.
They have a 50-win season for sure. But
I wonder
even
what's
then-
the return for Jared Allen. Like, I know you don't want another big, obviously, because then it would just be the same situation.
I saw
Like,
some mock-ups. I didn't like a single one of them trades.
Yeah, I just don't know how to gauge
What they
his
was
market.
talking about.
It was like Dyson Daniels and Jordan Hawkins.
Found a
Hello?
yeah.
What am I
found a
doing if I'm the
Pelicans.
Cavs?
Why am I trading Jordan Hawkins? Like,
Because you can't play him.
yeah, I guess.
I understand that one a lot more than
My
the-
boy
the
could not get
Cavs
any
trading
time.
for 2 young role players.
And he was knocking that thing down.
Yeah, they both need time to develop and learn.
I don't say they
like,
need
if
like
I'm the
a
Cavs, I'm
real
trying to win
wing.
now. Why am I taking on more projects?
You're giving us Brandon Ingram. That's what you're giving us.
Well, yeah, that would be the most ideal thing. But I just don't know if they would want Jared Allen. But
I like
Vegas
Jared
can't be
Allen next to
choosers.
Z,
Yeah,
but I don't know if the Brandon Ingram trade makes sense. Anyway, just a lot of trade talks.
it's gonna be a lot of trades going on in the summer. I think.
You think so?
I think we're gonna see a lot of different player movement. Man.
I hope so.
I think teams want to be aggressive. I think the Lakers want to capitalize on
The
LeBron's
Bulls
last
want to
3
move up
years.
in the draft.
They do want to move up in the draft.
Yep, I got an easy trade for that.
I
So
guess
throw
it's
it
Vucevic.
at us.
We trade up to 3.
Oh shit.
For Caruso and 11.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that. I probably would think about it if I was Houston. I get Caruso and 3.
and 11.
I mean Caruso and
You
11.
think
for
Reed
3.
Shepard will ever be as good as Caruso is?
Maybe. I mean, Caruso's
That's
a
a
dog.
stupid question.
That's who you taking at 3?
That's why I see a lot of mocks go.
No, I'm saying if you're the Bulls.
Oh no. I'm talking about for the Hawk. I mean for the Rockets.
Rockets.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, the Bulls don't take Reed Shepard. Why we got the white boy. That's Caruso. You know what I'm saying? We're not trading him away for the younger version. I see a lot of stuff about the Bulls who probably don't deserve any airtime because they suck, but that they're willing to salary dump Zach LaVine. And I'm just so prepared
For
for
Ben
Ben
Simmons?
Simmons to be on the Bulls next season.
That is like the only contract that matches. They can literally go 1 for 1.
But I also saw some Nets fan who was like, we don't want the contract. We'd rather just take the expiring contract of Ben Simmons.
Simmons.
Does that make
yeah,
sense?
What the
if
hell?
I'm the Nets, what are they doing?
But Joe Tsai said in his interview, like, we're at a crossroads
We're
with our
playing a long
organization.
game.
I don't know exactly what the hell that means. They got a new coach.
That organization is they doing bad things over there right now, man.
The like
Who's their new
crossroads is
coach?
in, they
Jordy
don't know if they
Fernan-
want to
Jordy
buy in.
Fernandez.
Oh, it is.
Huh? Well, they
Crossroads?
don't know if they want to. Yeah, they want to stay with like a McHale and
I'm
not
telling you,
older, but
a
older.
McHale-led team is only going to get you where you
But
at
no,
right now.
I don't think that's what they're saying to make him as the leader. But do they want to keep him as a piece that they're building towards, or do they want to hit the full reset without their own draft?
I still agree with Derrick because what are you building towards with Mikal?
How you gonna have one of your building pieces be a third option? Like that's what Mikal Bridges naturally is. I think that's when he's at his best. That's when you see him at his fullest potential. I don't really know. What are you saying? Like we gonna keep Mikal and we gonna hopefully go get two good good stars to put next to him.
That's been the spot that they've been in since they traded Kevin Durant now. Because it's like y'all had a great team that, man, if y'all had Damian Lillard, y'all would have been decent. They'd had Dame, Mikal, Claxton, Cam. Y'all would have been all right. There is no way for you to get Damian Lillard.
Yep.
There's no way for you to get the knight shining armor to put in front of Mikal.
Yeah.
So, because we know that, trade him.
Just trade him.
Trade him right to Houston. You can get number 3 and some more of your back, and you're decent.
Yes.
And then once you do that, guess what else you do, D-Mills? You start to put Cam Johnson on the market.
Yep.
Dorian Finney-Smith. Here, you can take him too.
You could probably do a sign and trade
God
with
bless
Claxton.
you.
Well, the other trade is trade for
Unless
Anthony
y'all
Towns.
just want to let him walk.
Who?
Trade for Anthony Towns for Brooklyn. That's how you
Oh,
buy
I
in.
thought you meant for the Bulls. I said,
Oh
how the
no,
hell-
hell no.
how
We
the
don't
hell-
we don't make that happen.
How the hell y'all doing that?
But it's like Doe and it's Cam.
Why would
I don't want to see
There's
that,
a financial implications for the Minnesota Timberwolves coming up.
I'll eat that.
Well, you're not the owner of the team.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
And time out. You would?
If I'm the Timberwolves, yeah, we just had a great run. We run this back.
Y'all had a great run?
yes,
yes.
objectively, yes.
Yes, they had a great run.
This is their first conference finals appearance since we were in
Oh,
our
in
diapers.
that aspect, sure. But to me, them
And they
going
would
out,
they would have tied for the number 1 seed all
them
season.
going out like this is the most hardest part of watching this because of that. Because you have all of that on the line, I think that they do have to go into the offseason. They don't have to panic. But I do think they have to make sure that they are fully confident and ready in this team. Not in Anthony Edwards. You're going to keep him. You know what I mean? But you do have to start looking at that money time because the West is only going to get better. It's only going to get harder. And sometimes we hear a lot of people say it. You get there and you think you're going to go back and go back and go back, and it is possible.
Yeah.
But it is another thing in the Western Conference where you might not have the luxury of getting back to that spot. And I think when you're paying that much money, you probably wanted to not go out in 5 games.
Yeah, but I also
to a
think
team that you were
you beat
quote
the
unquote
Phoenix
better
Suns,
than.
who you beat Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, very impressive. Then you go out and you beat the reigning champions and the reigning MVP Nikola Jokic. You look at that and you go against Luka Doncic, who's arguably the best player in the league, and you got your ass spanked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did, but you got to look at that and say, shit, we was there.
No, for sure.
The first couple of games, they was close.
They're going to be happy that they got that far.
Yeah.
But
I think that's why you also got
when you're
the mentality of running it back.
When you're running a business, because you're just thinking about it as they're thinking that as a business. This is somebody who they're going to pay that premium.
Yeah.
And it's even before this, we had heard the conversations with
Cat and Rudy.
No. Alex Rodriguez and the whole ownership.
Taylor, yeah.
All of that has been going on prior to even this.
Yeah.
So because of all of that happening, I do think that they are going to be having conversations.
Yeah, they have to. Glenn Taylor's only played the luxury tax once since 2003. Not ideal. And then there was the report that one of the reasons Glenn Taylor didn't complete the sale is because he thought that Alex Rodriguez and them were not going to pay the luxury tax, which again means that they're going to have to trade one of their big players. It's unfortunate they have the best season in basically their franchise history, and running it back is an option, but it's less likely of an option as most other teams. You know, a team as young as they are, and I mean young in the sense that before this, they only had one playoff series together. That was last year versus Denver. Yeah. You think that we run it back, we feel better about it, but it's difficult. The second apron changes the way teams have to team build completely. Like I read an article on The Athletic about it with the Denver Nuggets, where like they talked about Calvin Booth said we're trying to build a dynasty, but we built this team under the previous CBA rules. Where like now they have to extend Aaron Gordon, They have all of these big ass contracts. Well, they're gonna have to potentially trade like a Michael Porter Jr. in order to not hit the second apron, because the second apron means that every trade you do has to be a 1-for-1, and the salaries must match. You cannot do sign and trades again. You can you don't get your MLE anymore. Like, there's so many financial implications. So if you are the Minnesota Timberwolves or Denver Nuggets, a team that you feel great about, that you want to run it back with, you might not be able to, because once you hit that second apron, you are extremely limited. And that's why we go back to one of the original conversations with Pierre's Pops wanted dynasties. I don't know if we're ever going to get dynasties again as long as the second apron is a thing. Yeah. Because the Denver Nuggets are a perfect example. They drafted extremely well. Yeah, they got a second-round MVP. They got Michael Porter Jr. with 16 back surgeries, who at the one point was the number 1 player in the country. They got Jamal Murray, 7th.
Yeah.
They made a huge trade to get Aaron Gordon. They did everything perfectly. And the new CBA is like, well, your time is coming. Your time has went.
Everything perfect, man.
Mm-hmm. Other than them trading 2 future Hall of Famers on draft night.
I'm thinking about that for a couple teams now.
What 2 future Hall of Famers?
Donovan Mitchell.
Because I know we've been talking about OKC's going to have to pay people soon.
They got the championship.
Those dudes don't allow these other dudes to be who they are. So they did everything perfect. Say that again, Mike. My fault.
Because OKC's going to run into a simulation soon, too, because they're going to have to pay a bunch of their young
guys.
guys.
We had that conversation at the beginning of the season. We were already, before anything with Josh Giddey, before any play, we were already saying, man, when you just look at this team and you know where it's going to go, who is their odd man out? You can just look at teams and already pose that question. Yep. That's why I was saying to you, they had a great run by getting to the Western Conference Finals, but when you go into that second apron and you're paying all of these guys, you have to damn near be certain that this is the team that you think can do what it needs to be done. And if there's any doubt in your mind, you got to have some conversations, because once you press that button, now imagine if they don't get back in the next 3 years. Mm-hmm. They're going to be paying all of that money going to the second apron for a team that they kind of base it off of because of a one-time thing. And
the second apron is a weird thing to incorporate in the middle of the best parity the league has ever seen. The second apron is something that was for teams to limit them having super teams.
Golden State Warriors.
The Warriors getting Kevin Durant, stuff like that.
I like the second apron, but what I don't like is what we just talked about. It's no stretch. I'm not trying to exaggerate at all, but I do feel like the Nuggets did everything that you can ask of an organization. They did everything correct. Even after, even getting the Christian Browns, and they got Bruce Bowen. Like, they did everything right. I mean, Bruce Brown. I was reading a book, Atlas. Shout out to Kirk Goldsberry.
I need to pick that up.
And he was talking about Bruce Bowen. They did everything right. So, I agree with the second apron of, we don't want a 73-win team to go able to get Kevin Durant. But at the same time, we also don't want to punish a team who drafted well. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make sense. But I definitely agree that I
didn't even know
the Celtics shouldn't be able to go get James Harden in this offseason.
Bro, some of these things I didn't even know this one. If a team remains in the second apron 3 out of the 5 years, their first round pick will automatically move to the end of the round.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
So what the hell? We just guarantee.
So the Celtics are going to be in the second apron soon.
Yes, they will.
But the Celtics are going to tell you that our pick was going to be at the end of the first round anyway.
Here's another one. First round pick 7 years out, a valuable asset for capped out contenders cannot be traded at the beginning of the next season. So nowadays, I'm trying to think of a team.
We'll trade you like the Lakers have been trying to do.
Yeah, we'll trade you the 2030 first round pick. When you're in the second apron, you can't do, well, that's 6 years down the line. If you're 2031 first rounder, you cannot trade if you're a second apron team. You cannot pick anybody up on the buyout market. I mean, you can't throw cash in any trade. You can't use a trade exception anymore.
And all of these things kind of make sense, because if you are paying that much money, your team should be ready to go.
Yeah. Right.
You shouldn't have to do you shouldn't be adding anybody from the buy. If you're paying second apron, you're maxed out in every way. Why should you be looking at the buyout market?
Yeah,
for sure.
Our buyout market has been dry as hell for years.
I agree with the sentiment, but again, the Denver Nuggets are the example that, like,
there should be some.
You're killing the core that they built.
Yeah, there should be some sort of leeway for teams that draft well. Like, there should be some sort of, like, if you have your core guys and you draft them, you should be able to pay them without getting penalized.
I agree.
If there should be something.
So they got Jamal, Yoke, MPJ,
Christian Braun.
No, those are just the 3
Oh,
core.
the core, yeah, the back.
There should be something where like there should be some incentive or some I don't want to say discount, but something in there that is saying like if you got there should be a homegrown tax.
Right.
Yeah.
You got a homegrown tax or a write-off, a homegrown write-off where if you got 3 max players or whatever and they homegrown, there should be some of those things that get
It don't hit
scratched
your
out.
cap as hard or something like
Something.
Yeah.
I'm not the one to make these rules, but there should be some type of incentive or write-off.
Hey, bird rights.
Like-
Just so you could kind of like extend your cap.
that.
Say it again.
How bird rights work, like if you have
If
that
it's your own player,
you can
yeah.
extend. You get that
You
extra
can get
cap
him
to
the
kind of match
extra
it.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KCP is an interesting player this offseason for this
'Cause he's
exact
probably
reason.
I'm
gonna be
scared. I think that not only you got this, but there are some other suitors that
Philly can definitely
really
give him
want
some
him, and
money.
he's gonna have to go get his bag. Yeah, Philly, Detroit. There's like teams that just have money.
Go back to
Orlando,
Detroit.
yeah. Hell yeah, I would for the
Yeah,
bag.
hell yeah.
I'm coming. No, it's not coming home. It's coming back. It's not coming back. Okay, so we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna talk about the other side of the bracket. I know we talked about the Celtics a bunch. We're gonna get back into it because it's the NBA Finals preview, y'all.
Yeah.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
As you mentioned, the Boston Celtics were dominant in their run, wins-wise, according to some people, to get to the NBA Finals. And now they know officially that it is the Dallas Mavericks. I kind of want to just get into the series completely now. Like, how are y'all feeling? X factors. I want to hear it all.
I'm gonna let D Millie have the floor
Are you gonna let me have the floor?
because it's always interesting to hear you speak when we're talking about the Celtics. Just because this kind of all came out of nowhere.
Let's. What was the Drake line? This ain't nothing. It's been brewing for a minute or something like that.
Sure.
You got
I
that.
forgot.
half, but yeah. Okay. I know, Austin. I know. We're gonna let him try to cook though. He cooking with half the ingredients, but okay.
But no, it's. I just look at this team and I just see. I don't know what I see. I see a talented team, right? But I also see.
He trying to find something to poke at.
I see a talented team. I'm not saying they're not a talented team, but I also see a team that I'm not really scared of if I'm on the opposing side. Like if I'm Dallas, I don't look at the Boston Celtics and look at the season they have and feel like, oh man, we got a mountain to climb. Like this is gonna be tough. I think this is a pretty even keeled team. Like I think they're damn near on the same playing level. Like Celtics may have had a dominant regular season, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that they were that much dominant than the teams in the West. I think those teams in the West was just as good, just they had on a night-to-night basis, they were going against each other. Like there was a dogfight, whereas the Celtics was in the East. The East is kind of weak. And so, like, it's easy to rack up those wins in a regular season, and you get to chill, and those fadeaway shots from Tatum, they're going to fall because they're going against the Pistons. Like, it's something like that. That's kind of what I'm looking at here.
You be having very good arguments, and then you always get 1 point that just
Ain't played the
moves me.
Pistons in a very long
No,
time, bro.
And let's not act like Tatum averages 12 against good talent. Like,
Yeah,
like he's still.
No,
there's a
Tatum
lot
is
of good
still-
teams that they beat.
Tatum
and
is
they
still
still
very
didn't probably
good.
even have Jayson Tatum have a good game.
The Celtics are a good team.
They're a great team.
They're a great team. I just think the teams out West were better. They just had to go against each other on a more regular basis.
How many teams out west were better than the Celtics?
I think the Nuggets were.
Okay.
That's fair.
You also
The Dallas Mavericks.
you also thought a lot
You
of
had
teams
the
that-
Dallas Mavericks better than them?
No, I'm just saying.
Or
at
just
this
like in
point,
general?
Yeah,
At
yeah
this
right now,
point,
I think
yeah.
the Dallas Mavericks
You
are playing at a
also
better
thought
level.
that the Bucks were better. You thought the Sixers were better.
Yeah, if they were healthy. I did think that they were going to beat them.
So your argument of the East being weak, but you had 2 teams out East better than them.
Wait, that don't wait.
The face you make when somebody asks a question like that or like a rebuttal is hilarious.
Well, the Bucks thing, they had a little bit of time to jail.
When Darrick started doing this, he caught up.
The Bucks.
You know how Darrick is feeling basically. Like when he's feeling good, you see the shoulders roll a little bit. You see him jump.
No, the
He
Bucks
get
thing was a
nervous.
little
That foot
questionable.
on tap. He massaging somebody butt. Listen, the point I'm trying to make is. Go ahead, sir.
No, the Bucks thing was a little.
I'm
questionable.
also saying this.
I
Also,
thought-
what I want you to know.
Yeah.
When I say I give you the floor, it's not to debate a thing. I just want you to cook.
Yeah.
Now, if you do say something questionable, because we are more than your
Yeah.
co-hosts, we're your brothers,
We had a
we're
conversation.
we gonna get
Yeah.
on you. But
Yeah.
they don't have to say anything in a defense mode thinking we're gonna attack it.
Yeah.
But I am gonna say You did pick those two teams to beat them.
Yeah, I thought if they were healthy and they went against the Celtics, I thought those were the two teams that I thought could legitimately beat them.
Based off of
Based off Giannis Antetokounmpo, who I thought was going to be the best player in that series, and I thought he would, especially if Porzingis was there, I thought it was going to really get him problems because Porzingis throughout the history, I mean, I remember seeing the stats that Giannis is giving him like 40-something whenever they match up against each other. So, like, I just thought that was going to be a very compelling matchup. I don't think Porzingis, to me, is someone who's watched. He's not a guy that puts fear into me. I know a lot of people look into him and say, like, he's this
That's
big
what
X
Ant-Man
factor,
fear.
and, like,
remember, Ant-Man was like, I don't fear Rudy, I fear Porzingis. Porzingis the one that be blocking me.
I don't feel like teams look at Porzingis and I don't think Luka and Kyrie are going to be like, oh, man, we got Porzingis in the paint. Or like,
Well,
I
no.
feel like
They
I
ain't
feel
not
like
gonna
one
look
of-
at nobody.
Yeah, they
like
just
that.
be Rudy
They just
Gobert.
too good.
Yeah, I
So
know.
they ain't gonna look at nobody like that.
Yeah, so
For
I
me,
think matchup wise, I think these teams match up very evenly.
I think these teams match up as well. I definitely do think the Mavericks should go in here looking at this team as a tall mountain to climb because they are the best team that they have faced. And they are and have been the better team throughout the entire season, throughout the playoffs. The Mavericks are cooking, though, so they
Yes,
should
they
be
are.
confident. You don't go into any series fearful, and they have
Luka
shown
now
us
got a week off.
that they're not going to be fearful. They're not going to be fearful of anybody because they just handled the Minnesota Timberwolves easily, the team that you thought was going to beat them. I do think that the Mavericks' biggest question for me is the defense you've played all playoffs, which has worked against every team that you've played. It might not be the same against this Celtics team because Porzingis is a 7'2", 7'3" guy who can shoot lights out, because Al Horford went 7 of 12 in a playoff game in the very last series we saw, because Derrick White is elite, because Jrue Holiday is a shot maker, and then you also have their two best players play a position that your wings, I don't know if they match up. Let me not say I don't know. They don't match up with these guys as well. And as good as Kyrie has been, as locked in on defense, Luka and Kyrie have been, Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, no matter what you have to say about them, is a tall ask of anybody in any series.
Oh, for
and
sure.
when I look at the Mavericks, I respect what they've done defensively. I love what they've done defensively. But when you play that gap, and based off the reads and the willingness of passing that Jayson Tatum exposed in the Pacers series, it's going to be tough.
You took a lot like that. I was thinking just kind of like,
I took your brain.
yeah, because all those times you was kind of like, hey, we gonna kind of leave Kyle Anderson. We'll help off him. We'll
Yeah.
help off Lou Dort and company or something.
For
like,
sure.
You can't help off them other guys. Like they can legit run 5 out. And even if it's like you do have Luka on the island guarding Jayson Tatum and you want to trap Jayson Tatum, he's doing nothing but kicking it to guys that will kill you on all 3 levels.
Yeah, I'm curious to how Dallas, throughout these playoff run, they've done a good job of making teams uncomfortable. I wonder what's Jason Kidd's plan to make the Celtics uncomfortable. Like they've done a very good job at it.
That's just my biggest gripe.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this and just be as honest as I can be. No Celtics fan should get offended, but this is just how I feel, and that's how I'm rocking. My prediction and my pick will continue to be the Celtics as I picked since the start of the season, and I think they're going to win the finals. I will not hold back that I am rooting for the Dallas Mavericks and Kyrie Irving to win the championship.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
I am.
What
too.
I'm rooting for versus my pick are two completely things. As an analyst who's doing his job, I am picking the Boston Celtics. When I am at home watching this game as a fan, before I make my video as an analyst again, I am going to be saying, Kyrie getting your bag.
I want Kyrie to get his lick back.
I'm not hiding that at all.
Yeah, Kyrie,
I
get
mean,
that
you
lick
should.
back.
That
man.
I'm not hiding that at all. I'm
Kyrie-
Porzingis get that leg back. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Porzingis my
been in
boy
another-
too, but I'm a bigger Kyrie
I think
Irving
Enjoy
fan.
Basketball posted a clip of that Luka was playing against the Celtics when he was like 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy to see.
Shout out
You
to
don't
the
remember
team.
when he played in the preseason against
Yeah, no.
We got a nice hoodie.
Russell Westbrook?
Thank you,
Yeah.
man.
Man. That's really cool.
Yeah, why you never wore yours?
I don't know. I've just never worn it here.
Oh.
I've worn it outside. I've just
He
never
don't,
worn it
no,
on
no.
he
top.
don't enjoy it.
We know that who really got that hoodie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's not his hoodie no
She
more.
got the hoodie and the pants.
Y'all crazy.
Yeah, that gap/late help defense, it will be tough to run against Boston because they have all 5 shooters. Porzingis looks good. They say he's healthy. He's probably going to be good to go. One of the coolest or the interesting things about it is that the Dallas Mavericks generate one of the most corner 3-pointers in all of basketball. They're top 3, and the Boston Celtics take that away. So it's going to be a tug and pull. Who's going to get to play their style of basketball for the longest? But I agree with a lot of stuff you said. Like, though the Celtics are the favorite and they should be the favorite, the Dallas Mavericks have a real legitimate chance in this series.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest with you, last year when we were talking NBA Finals, it was Denver versus Miami. Even though Miami did all of that, in my mind, there was no real chance for them to win that series.
Especially since Jimmy Butler, he was playing on a bad ankle.
Yeah, at this point in time.
Somebody said you picked the Miami Heat last year. Was that true?
Oh.
I don't remember.
I'm going to just say there's no way he picked the Miami Heat.
Somebody said
the foot, I mean, it's going to be out there somewhere.
When they were saying that about the Celtics, somebody said this is the same dude that picked the Miami Heat.
I heard D-Mill say a lot of stuff. I don't think he picked Miami Heat.
I didn't know. That's why I asked. But I seen somebody say that.
Maybe I did. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I feel like he was in the same round where he was like, I'm rooting for them.
Oh, maybe I
Jimmy
did say
because I think we was all rooting for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, no, I think that's what I said. I think I said I'm like what Pierre said. He said he's rooting for the Mavs, but he's picked. I think I literally said I'm rooting for the Heat.
Okay.
But I picked the Denver Nuggets to win.
Because I felt the same way that you said. I'm like, when I saw that, I was like, I was about to say something to that person, but I'm like, let me shut up because I don't know factually. Yeah. But I was definitely finna have your back. Like, ain't no way D-Mill said this. Stop putting words in his mouth. But just for them to tag a clip like he did say it, then I was gonna be like, oh. Yeah. So like, let me not even say
Part of that reason though that they do have a chance, I legit think they don't really have a coverage for Luka. I mean, Jayson, like, he's got the size advantage on Drew Holiday and Derrick White, and they still gonna play amazing defense, but he's proven like he can just shoot over you or make those tough shots or make the right play. I think we was talking about on the last pod, it might have to be Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown that starts like when they switch up the assignments, they take on that initiative.
Because some of their bigs have a little bit mobility, like Al Horford, I think they may be a little bit more aggressive. Like what KB was just saying, I think they might be the ones to do it. To say, hey, blitz him constantly.
But you know what? They did 0 blitzing all season long. As a team. And then
this gonna help me. This gonna make his point sound a little better. They ain't played nobody. They have to do that against.
I'm not even just talking. I'm talking regular season too.
I want to say the same thing because honestly, you have Derrick White, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown. Like, I trust those guys one-on-one in most case scenarios.
Wasn't they blitzing Tyler Hero?
I can't remember.
They did not. I mean, maybe they did occasionally. Yeah. But just all season long, postseason, they're the lowest blitz team in basketball.
If they did,
it makes sense. They have Derrick White and Drew on the perimeter.
If they did blitz Tyler Hero, it would make sense. He had 25 and 14. Yeah. That was the best game I ever seen that man play.
They also ran Jaylen Brown as a primary defender against Luka for the last couple seasons.
They did against Steph Curry too when they played in the regular season. And
then Luka was guarding Drew Holiday on the other end. But the times they went against each other, it was one before the trade deadline. It was one after the trade deadline. But after the trade deadline, it's not a lot you could take from it because Derrick Jones Jr. was only playing 7 minutes. Daniel Gafford only played 7 minutes too. So it was before they found their real rotation post-trade deadline. But it was interesting to see defensive schemes. So, like, in that first game, they let Porzingis shoot completely. Porzingis hit 3 threes in the first quarter. Like, that's something they're probably going to live with every single time. The same way they did with Chet Holmgren in the first series. Like, if you're a 7-footer that can shoot, you got to beat us because we're not going to bring Derek Lively up to the point of attack. That's just not how we run our defense. And Porzingis is coming off this injury. Will he be rusty? Will he be able to make them pay for them not shooting?
He's going to be rusty.
He will be rusty.
Me knowing Porzingis, he's going to be rusty. At least game 1.
And I feel like one thing Porzingis that he capitalized on in regular season is the switches, posting up. There's no one on Dallas that he can really switch you onto, and like you could say, Porzingis got to punish them. Like, I don't really see that.
He's shooting over Kai.
If you want to shoot that little 15-foot jump shot over me,
that's his version of punish. We've never seen him punish like drop step dunk, but his version of punish is that, and I think it's hard to call it a punish because me, you, the Dallas Mavericks, the Miami Heat, you're living with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I agree it's not a punish, but that is his version.
But it's got to be inside his mind. It's just like this 10-foot jumper I can make all day, or 10 to 15, because he's really just shooting, like you said, shooting over him. It's just in his mind it's got to be like a layup for him. But, again, that's still a way harder shot than just taking him down low and getting that. Yep. He can do both. We definitely seen him do it.
I don't know if he taking him down low and drop step. That ain't
Good.
Porzingis.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's just not.
He's
Porzingis.
always been a finesse.
He
big.
was struggling with Tyler Hero.
He was.
He was. He was. I don't know.
And with Cav, he dribbled once. That shit took. I promise you.
Hey, Porzingis my man's. I have no problem giving him credit, but his idea of punishing is just shoot over.
Nah, I agree. That's one of the things that do be irritating me about him because he is. It's just I don't know. It's just not a great
You
shot
gotta stick to your
in like
strengths.
basketball term.
Who gets the Tatum assignment? PJ or
I would
Derrick
think
Jones Jr.?
probably PJ.
Derrick Jones Jr. I think.
It's gonna be.
I feel like PJ is the stronger body, so I would probably put PJ on Tatum and Brown gets Derrick Jones Jr.
I want the stronger body on Brown.
You want the stronger body?
yeah.
Brown
'Cause
is-
he's Brown. Yeah,
Brown,
he's going
yeah.
to the cup.
Yes.
He's going
Yeah,
to
Brown
the
is
cup.
relentless.
Yes.
That's one reason. He really just sometimes just put his head down, just say, "I'm just getting to the basket."
And you got to deal with both of them.
Sometimes Tatum don't have that mentality though.
But
But
even
once Tatum gets it going, he's pretty like.
But hey,
He usually don't
there's
be
one
missing.
thing I don't have to worry about Luka getting it going.
hey, Jason
Luka gonna come with it going already.
Jason Tatum.
He already on
Jason
go.
Tatum is elite.
we
bro.
added
He
Mavericks
is.
to his teams.
He is.
We have to.
No,
right?
because he just picked them to lose. Hell no.
We
I'm
gotta
not
add-
doing that. No. He just against the Celtics.
I think it's your anti.
But he not finna sit up here and act like he just a Mavericked out.
He just in the game with Reese
You
now.
picked them to lose to OKC too.
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't. No, he
Okay,
didn't.
okay. You picked them to lose to the Clippers.
Nope.
Nope. If Minnesota
that
would have won
did.
the series, would you pick Minnesota over
Hell
Boston?
yeah.
I thought defensively
He
Minnesota.
was ready for that one.
I thought
Yes, he
defensively
was.
Minnesota would have gave Boston a lot of problems.
The Boston Celtics offense was number one in basketball, the best of all time.
That would have been a number one defense versus number one offense.
It would have been.
Thank goodness
would've
we
been-
ain't seeing that because I could see what the not number one offense is doing to him. So I don't want to see what the Celtics would have did to him.
Against teams
joking,
that
by
are
the way.
sitting top 10 defensively, the Boston Celtics have a 121 offensive rating. The number 2 team has a 118, so they're 3 points better per 100 possessions against top defenses. I'm just saying, you say that Tatum does that against the Pistons every night, where he also does it against the really good teams too.
I'm just talking shit.
Yeah,
Tatum's
yeah.
amazing.
You definitely was
Tatum's
just
amazing.
nitpicking.
You just can't pick
But
your
I think
poison
that in a
with them.
series that is potentially this close, you have to nitpick to try
Yeah,
to
yeah.
You do.
see who you think is going to win. Ultimately, my pick is going to be Celtics in 6.
I'm
would
going
be
Dallas in 6.
my pick.
I got Celtics in 6. If it goes 7, it's
I
It's
just
gr-
don't
great ball for everybody. Everybody's excited.
We haven't really gotten many 7-game series, so that's why I'm going. I think we only got one.
No, we
we
got
had
we
the
got
Wolves.
Minnesota.
we had back to we had a night where we had 2 games.
Oh, we
The
did.
Knicks.
Yeah. And then, there was a few.
The Cavs versus Magic went
Yep.
game 7.
Oh shit! It didn't feel like we got that many, but yeah, we did get a few.
You don't be watching basketball, that's why.
You know Gary Harris just to start shooting guard.
I said,
You know,
KB
he only
said,
started 20-some games.
and the TikTok,
I literally looked it up.
I bet he started every game in the playoffs.
I don't know, but maybe he did. But
No, there's no maybe in that.
he did. But like I was like, oh, and then he played like 50-something, and he only started like 27 or some games in regular. And I was like, technically he did start, but is he really he started in the playoffs? Yeah, but
Derrick, brother. Since the trade deadline, he started every single game.
yeah, but I looked at the total.
Yes. But what we're saying is
Since
when,
the
you,
trade,
when you
yeah.
start half of the season plus the playoffs,
You're a starter.
you're the starter.
Okay.
You're the starter.
You just ain't know, brother. Damn.
And again, you start every game with a goddamn play. He missed one game with injury. But the games that he did play, he was a starter. And he played 35 minutes.
It was just a TikTok.
Yeah.
Any other, like, important things about the series that y'all expecting to see?
I want to see the coaching battle. See who can make adjustments the best on the fly. I think this is going to be a really big test for Joe Mazzulla. There's a lot of question marks to his coaching last time they was in the finals. Very interested to see what happens now.
He just opened up a good can of worms. What do you do for either team if when you lose this? Somebody's got to lose.
If you're the Dallas Mavericks, obviously you hate that you lost, but you still feel really good about the now and the future. If you're the Celtics and you lose this one, you're furious. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
way you make 6 out of 8 conference finals and have 0 championships to have of it. When you have, again, it's not a demerit, but like the easiest path to the finals.
Yes.
And the first time you go against a healthy team, you lose. Like that would be detrimental. I don't care that the top 2 players are 26 and 27 years old. They've been in this moment before. They should be the favorite. And if they lose, it is a failure, if you ask me.
And you already extended Drew Holiday. You got to pay Derrick White. So like now,
barring injury,
the
like
financial
if
thing.
Tatum mess up his ankle, then obviously all of this.
They
stuff-
gonna keep running it back because
True.
unlike the Timberwolves, they dominated the entire NBA. They dominated the playoffs and they got to the finals. So they're going to say, "Hey, we just gotta go again."
Yeah, I think Boston more likely to do it in terms of like franchise wise too than the Timberwolves. Just
Unless Jaylen Brown say, "Hey, man."
I don't know if we've ever seen a team be as successful as the Celtics without a piece of jewelry to match it.
Yeah.
This team is always good. Like in the last 8 years,
The
6 of the
entire
times,
career
they've
of
been
Brown and Tatum, they've been good.
No jewelry is like, you have to think about it. That's all. You just have to think about it. Not saying that you got to trade one or the other.
Yeah,
But
you already know trade one of the Jays is gonna start if they lose.
Yeah.
Those rumors are gonna start.
Yeah.
I gotta start
the
stretching
shit
before
is
we
starting
go.
now because Jaylen Brown got conference finals MVP.
And they were saying Tatum didn't look too happy.
Did Tatum look happy enough? Are we being real?
I told y'all that's what they was going
Are
with
we
it.
being real?
I told y'all.
Did he look happy enough?
In my video of the
no,
post
bro.
game of that, I said in the video, I said, "Hey, be ready, y'all. Be prepared. Tomorrow they're going to say something about this in a way."
Which is
It's
so
funny
crazy.
because on the other side, we seen Luka try to give his hat to Lively.
Yeah. I just don't understand it.
Michael Finley was not letting Luka have that celebration beer.
Yeah.
Not on camera, he wasn't.
What? I watched that footage. What could Jayson Tatum done differently to
I
make it
guess-
seem like he was
I
happy?
guess hugged him a little
He
bit.
gave him a
I
rub
don't
on the
know.
head. Like, good job,
But
boy.
you know what's funny? People who want to find things are gonna find things.
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm
just the
saying?
internet.
That
Oh, because if he would have been happy, like,
It's
is
fake.
no. It was like, is he okay with not being the best player? He's so
Oh,
excited
yeah,
that
yeah.
Jaylen
I
Brown
would
got it.
have been suspicious if he was doing too much. I judge people
He
on
hit
how
the
you always
parade.
act. You always act. If he was over there like, "Yeah, boy, that's what you're supposed to do," and we don't really see him act like
He's
that all
very
the time.
even keel.
I would be like, he's trying too hard to act like this ain't affecting him, which it is. Just be you. If a
Yeah.
person is who they've always shown us to be, then I accept for what it is.
Our good friend Perk went on TV and said that it's Jaylen Brown's team. That was another conversation that happened last week.
They had the
Well,
same
he also-
conversation
yeah.
last time they was in the finals.
He also
when
said that
Jaylen Brown
Giannis
was
is a
taking all the
Robin
shots.
to Chris Middleton, who was the Batman.
Yeah. Perk, we
At
love
that
you. but
time,
you-
he was.
Perk, we love you, but you got some takes out there, my boy. You got some takes.
That's probably
The one that made the most exciting one of the week is him saying that he gave up his voting
All to retire.
choices because he picked Rudy Gobert.
He said Rudy Gobert was ruining the Defensive Player of the Year award.
It's probably my favorite Perkins take ever
You know
because it's
what's
so
crazy?
hilarious.
You know what's even crazier?
What's that?
I agree. Stop giving that man that award.
Oh, it's done. It's Wemby's turn.
Stop giving
It's
that man
Wemby's
that
turn.
award.
Yeah.
I need to start seeing the Defensive Player of the Year guard the other team best player.
Bro, when the awards be
If
coming out,
Wemby ain't ready to get in that chair against Steph, he don't get that award.
It's so
Simple.
crazy that
And Drew Holiday got to guard Jokic.
Yes.
it's crazy as hell to see Rudy Gobert getting blamed for why Luka dogged their ass.
bro, it
Luka was
the same-
dogging everybody.
That's why Rudy Gobert is a great teammate.
But that's what come with the territory, though. If we being honest.
Draymond Green would have got his ass cooked too, and he up there
I
acting
agree.
like a hater too.
But like when somebody win the MVP and the team don't go with that's the first thing gonna say. Hey man, Jokic should have got the MVP
That's
last
what he
year.
said, bro. Last year, when Joel got it,
But that didn't happen to Jokic at all. I ain't seen a single conversation about Jokic losing in the second round about him not being the MVP of the league.
I'm sure we can go find it.
I don't know if I've seen it.
It was so
any
much
clips on
excitement for
TV.
Anthony Edwards that I think it kind of was like, oh, he's the next Jordan. If they wasn't so busy saying he was the next
Oh
Jordan,
yeah, yeah.
they would have got on
They
Jokic's
would have found
case.
something. They would have found
the
something.
real
to
thing
get
is
out of
if people have pre-existing bias towards a player, whether it be from the last couple years,
They ain't
and then
changed
that
their
player
mind.
fails, then it's time. People already hated Joel Embiid, and then he wins the MVP and then lose in the second round. Now it's like we should have gave it to Jokic. People already hated Rudy Gobert,
Bro.
and now they flame out
when
again.
I log on Twitter, I see at least one post where it's Joel Embiid with conference finals or like conference points 0.
I saw one that said Isaiah Jackson has
Yeah.
more conference finals points than Joel Embiid.
Who did I see that
conference
for?
finals appearances.
Was it Dante Exum? Who did I see it
Oh
for?
man,
It was
Not Dante
somebody
Exum.
random who
Was it
subbed
Dwight
in.
Powell?
Yes, it might have been Dwight Powell. But no, Dwight Powell played
He's
against
been
the
there
Suns.
before. Yeah.
It was somebody who had maybe it was somebody with the Timberwolves empty out there. No, Wendell Moore.
Oh,
Wendell
man.
Moore. Or Luka Garza. I
Yeah,
think
it
it
was,
might
I
be
seen the
Oh,
Luka
okay.
Garza. I
Yeah.
seen the Luka Garza one. Yeah.
That's tough.
Man,
Joel will get
Joe,
that.
you just gonna have to get there next year, bro.
There's some legitimacy to the Perk take, but I like when he take a take and it goes overboard with it. That's
Yeah.
what I like.
It's the entertainment factor.
Yeah.
I definitely think that they'd overdo it. The man ain't got to give his awards back. The man has definitely done his thing. But I don't think it's nothing wrong with starting a conversation about how we view what we view defensively and different things.
I don't get it because there's certain players there's nothing you could really do. Like
I agree with you.
Like there was nothing any player in the league could have done to stop what Luka is doing right now.
I'm gonna add to the tape. I know Clips is working on a 40-minute video of me defending Rudy Gobert. I'm adding another one. They just went against the Suns and he held his own against Kevin Durant and Devin Booker for the entire series. The entire
That's because the rest of the other three guys on the floor wasn't.
No, I mean in space.
Yes.
He did do his thing in space.
And those are two of the best ISO players in the league.
Why he doing it against Luka?
Because
Yeah,
Luka's the best ISO player in the league. That's
Because
it.
I also think on top of that, it wasn't just like you have to score over Rudy. They were just also making the right plays. Like anytime it was a over help or anything, lob. Y'all want to help off the corner? We dishing it. Like they were just beating them more than just putting the ball in the cup individually.
I agree. That's why I felt, and not to take anything away from him against the Suns, but I just think it was a lot. I don't want to say easier, but it was a not as high of a mountain to climb when the Suns are just so stagnant.
I think where it really started was when Jokic was dogging them. But it's like Jokic really
That
did
was
that.
some bullshit.
But
Jokic
I think he had a good defensive series.
Yeah,
though.
that was
That's
some
the crazy
bullshit.
part.
This is the thing about.
I don't know if it's a single person in NBA history that is guarding Jokic one-on-one on the block and stopping him.
Yeah.
Maybe slow him down, but
Yeah.
stopping him
is
it's not happening.
Yeah.
Who is the person?
Boy, Dennis Rodman breaking his jaw.
Oh, okay.
He got to miss 4
Oh,
games.
okay.
He got to miss 4 games.
Because even the Kimbe, Cook,
Hakeem. I think it's.
Y'all
close.
got rest in peace, Bill. Y'all got Bill Russell twisted.
I think Shaq.
I got no footage of
The
it.
villain.
Y'all got Bill Russell
Shaq probably
twisted.
would have been decent.
Huh?
Shaq would have been decent.
He took his ass to the perimeter. What are we talking about?
He would have been all right. Because Shaq was athletic enough to stick with him. He would have held his own. I'm not saying he would have stopped him, but he would have slowed him down a decent amount. And then,
Give me somebody.
and then
Give me somebody.
and then Jokic
Give me
was-
somebody. Shaq stop.
I don't
They
know.
shut down.
I don't know.
So why are we? Why
I don't know how we
Tim
got here.
Duncan?
he shut down Tim Duncan?
No.
I think he was saying
I'm
Tim
just
Duncan
naming-
could be one of the players.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan's a good argument.
I feel like him and
I was
Akeem
about
are
to
like
say,
in that
him
range.
and
but those
I'm
are,
thinking of-
like,
I'm thinking of
best
David
all time.
Robinson. I thought
Yeah.
Tim Duncan and David Robinson. Again, slow down. Not stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you saying Shaq, man, Shaq get his ass in that
Shaq
perimeter. and I love
Shaq
Shaq.
never made an all-defensive first team, by the way. Never in his life.
Shaq, I don't have a memory of Shaq shutting somebody down. He shut people down by getting them in foul trouble, but him guarding on a block and just shutting shit down, I don't remember that in my brain.
If Jokic ain't in the game, he's shut down, right?
He just talking now.
He loved just talking. Get you a shirt that just say just
But
talk.
honestly, that's not a bad point when you think about it.
is.
If he gets Jokic in foul trouble, then hell.
I agree with that point, but that wasn't his argument. He was saying shut him down. He was saying shut him
His
down.
ass shut down with 6 fouls.
That was Joel Embiid tactic against Drummond and Whiteside.
He
Gets all the
I
foul
swear it was
trouble.
one more person too.
He said, I live rent free in that head. But we ain't finna move that. You can't move that goalpost with me. Tell
What a
me,
time that was. Drummond was a top 10 center at one point.
I know.
Now he's a backup. One of the better backups. And I think he's just hit 30. It's not like he's 38.
Yeah. He definitely rejuvenated his career.
Compare
Chicago.
himself to Kevin
Bro,
Durant.
when we was at that Clippers game, we was watching some game and it was Drummond and it was DeAndre Jordan. And I was like, this used to be a prime time matchup back in the day.
Prime time? Hell no.
For DeAndre Jordan, Andre
That was a
Johnson.
prime time.
Not prime time.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
prime
you're
time.
right. You're right. You're right.
Like-
You're right. You're right. I get what he meant, but you're right.
Two
You're right.
legitimate,
Good
like,
shit,
really
shit,
good big
shit.
men in the league.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure, for sure.
We
No.
tweaked with the prime time. Prime time is crazy. Prime time
I
is
thought
crazy.
y'all was about to agree with him. I'm like,
No. I was definitely on my way until you pulled me back. That's why you need friends.
I'm not saying it was superstars, but to what they is,
That's why you
what
need
they do it
friends.
now.
That's why you need
it's just-
friends.
I remember I seen a while ago somebody's like, they was looking at. They say Andre Drummond was starting or whatever, and his rebounds was crazy high. They was like, man, who is this dude? He's getting 20 boards a game, and they're just gonna make it like his stats. And I was like, bro, you not know who Andre Drummond is?
yeah, for
Somebody
that
in your
stretch he was
Discord
starting
was
with the
saying?
Bulls, he was
He
getting
was
like,
averaging like 15 plus
yes,
boards.
he
Somebody
was
in your
going,
Discord said that?
going nuts.
No, this is just somebody on. No, this was in the Discord.
We went to a prime Drummond game. You remember when dude was like, Cade, low-key a bucket.
Oh, yeah.
We went to a game when Drummond
all-
was dogging.
There's nothing you can really do to stop his ass from getting
He's the
rebound.
greatest rebounder of all time.
He just got that big body.
That's what he said.
Oh, okay.
He's
He
definitely-
probably top 5, though.
He's probably the greatest I've ever seen, like witnessed. Like
You think so?
Yeah, because I wouldn't say I saw Dennis Rodman. Like I've seen footage, but like I wasn't sitting down.
You
watching.
was young.
Here's
yeah.
Drummond's prime and rebounding: 14.8 per game, 13.8 per game, 16 per game, 15.6 per game, 15.2 per game.
Is he a better rebounder than Dwight Howard? Dwight Howard was a monster.
He was.
I always
He
look at
was.
rebounds, not even just total, because some people get rebounds and they're not working for them. Teams just like, he's our rebounder, so he gets it. The greatest rebounders are the ones that get the offensive ones.
Yes,
Basketball
yes.
Reference probably would have had Dwight Howard contested rebound. Matter of fact, I don't know.
'Cause,
He
like,
was snatching shit, so I don't even know
Yeah.
if they could have counted as contested how much he was just.
He was
I'm
just
looking-
yeah.
I'm looking at one of my favorite rebounders of all time stats.
Reggie Evans.
Reggie Evans.
Oh.
2013, he was averaging 4.5 points, but getting you 11 boards a game.
Reggie
Workhorse.
Reggie Evans
was like
Look at his per 36.
Texas A&M? Is that his college?
Let me look real quick.
He went to Iowa.
Okay.
His per 36 is what
Always
you
got
need
to
to look at.
find a way to get better. Just like I was
said
like,
what? His
I
per
saw
36
His per
is crazy.
36. Just because he wasn't the guy that was playing 30 minutes a
Let's
game.
just talk about random players.
Cool.
That's
Like
my
rebounders?
unplug. That's my plug.
Or
No,
just
because I'm
random?
gonna start it off.
Wait, did you give your finals prediction?
I said Dallas in 6.
6, and you said,
Celtics in 6.
and then we all went Celtics 6. Okay, cool. All right. Just wanted to make sure it's on record.
Yesterday, a random dude popped in my brain, and I had to Google him. Because I was watching, I YouTubed NBA 2K5. That's my favorite 2K ever.
Okay.
2K5 is just amazing. John Salmons.
Oh, that's a random. That's
John Salmons. Remember that stretch with the
Yeah.
Bulls?
Yes,
sir.
Man.
He would just,
He like 2-game winners.
he could just,
Yes.
he could just shoot the ball.
He
Yeah.
was so good, man. He was
Yeah.
so good. Miami University.
Random players.
Throw one out there, KB. Make a defensive too.
Damn.
That's kind of tough.
You doing stipulations.
Because I don't want to just say a random player. I want to say a random player that I enjoyed. I could just give you a random. Like I could say Mo Evans.
Chris
but, like,
Anderson.
Okay.
Chris
Birdman?
Anderson.
Yeah, Birdman.
Tat it up.
Yeah.
Tap my whole body. I don't give
He was
up.
one of those. He was one of those dudes that was gonna come off the bench, block shots, and just play with all heart.
Until Paul George baptized him.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
true.
I was like a lot
He's
of
into
those.
bodybuilding now.
I like those Nuggets too, or a lot of those Nuggets because they would like pop up on South Park, so you could see Chris Anderson.
Yeah,
you
I
could see
remember that.
those players when they went to like the stadium.
That's how you got introduced to him, huh?
No,
That was one
Quincy
episode,
Acey.
right?
no, I feel like they've been there a couple
Oh, okay.
times. What do you say?
Quincy Acey.
You bringing Quincy Acey back again, baby.
I did.
Shout out to Quincy
Quincy
Acey.
Acey was gonna catch him a body.
What college you went to? Anybody up here?
Arizona.
Nah.
I can't get
Start with
Quincy
a
Acey.
B.
Baylor.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I could have probably got to
Yeah,
Baylor.
Baylor.
Because
Yeah.
then I can see
He
it
went
in
with
my
Quincy
mind.
Miller.
I don't know why
Pierre
Bill.
Quincy Miller
Jackson.
plays in the Big Three now.
Oh, does
does?
he? Okay.
That's
Hugh
all.
Miller.
Does he still be catching bodies like that?
Oh, don't ask me nothing about it.
Sick as hell.
I just know he's there. Only memory I have of Quincy is when he got his ass rocked by Iggy. Y'all remember that clip? Iggy
Yeah,
rapped
I
his
also
ass.
remember him.
Yeah.
Touched the flow.
He
Oh
rocked,
yeah, I do
he
remember
rocked
that.
somebody too, but I do remember that one.
Yeah.
Him and Deuce Bello. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Sick as hell.
Gonna make a Randy Foy build later.
Oh.
Randy Foy.
What college he went
Nuggets
to?
legend.
You can get there, I think.
He played.
You can get there.
He was in a backcourt with somebody thick.
Somebody thick.
Oh,
Do you
North Carolina.
Who
you talking about
was
Kyle
it?
Lowry?
Who went to where?
Villanova.
Ah,
You could have got there. I think you could have got there, Mikey. I don't know. Random players is tough, bro. Random players is real tough.
How about I give you?
I remember one day I know Kurt Heinrich is a random, but I was like, I remember me and P I was like, what is Kurt Heinrich doing? Like, because he was such a good like mind for the basketball. He's like a coach in like South Dakota or something like that.
Oh, really?
He does something with basketball. And, like,
You know, we got
the
that
He's
coach.
like a
Famous-
Bulls ambassador too,
Oh,
or
he
like
is?
not an ambassador. I mean, consultant.
Oh, for real?
Whatever
For
the hell
like,
that means.
so like he like gives them advice on
On
trade.
something. I don't know if it's trades or it's.
Then no, maybe
something.
if he is
You
like
know, we
the
got
lead
that
on
Kirk
that,
Heinrich story.
his mind ain't that great.
Which one?
They had this girl out of school where she had a Kirk Heinrich jersey,
Yes.
and he had got traded away.
Yep, I remember
And then
this.
years later, when he came back to the Bulls, she brought that same jersey back
Kurt
out.
Heinrich always ended up back on the Bulls. I don't know how many times he ended up back on the Bulls.
He got traded first to the Hawks or the
To the
Wizards.
Hawks. I think it was the Hawks.
Yeah, I think it was Hawks then Wizards.
Then
and
back to the Bulls.
Back to the Bulls.
I love Kirk Heinrich with the
Yeah,
Bulls.
man. I love Kirk too.
You know what? You know what pick he
Greatest
was
of his draft
drafted?
class, man.
was it like 7?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. Greatest of his draft class.
And
Agreed.
LeBron James draft class.
You know what else I've seen? Speaking about a random player, and this is before Timberwolves and the Patriots got
That's what
eliminated.
they say Reed Shepard could be like. Say
But
it
they
again.
was saying Gerald Green played for all those teams in the conference finals.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's the only player to play for all 4 conference finals teams.
He played for the Celtics,
Yes,
the
he did.
Timberwolves. He played for the.
That 1 year with the Suns, I thought he was about to take off.
He played for the Pacers.
2K
He
legend.
did take off.
2K
No,
draft
I'm
legend,
talking about
man.
like continually, like
That's the year with the Suns.
That was
man.
his
I
best
don't know
year.
how he ain't win 6 Man of the Year. He was killing.
What player you
I
know
just
that's playing
watched
with
those
9.5
highlights.
fingers, man?
I just watched those highlights. When I made that build I was playing with yesterday, I watched those highlights. I'm like, I'm going to come Gerald Green, J.R.
Gerald
Smith
Green
type
was
of-
such a cheat code on 2K.
He was 4th in
'Cause
MIP that year.
It was nothing he couldn't do on 2K.
he had a smooth jump shot. He was dunking
and
everything.
he was dunking everything. It was-
Bub, my brother Bub ain't really know. So I used to pick the Suns. He like, you getting the Suns? I bust his ass. He was so mad. He was like, Gerald Green, you don't even be doing all this shit. I'm like, little do you know. Little do you know.
I'm trying to find like who
That's
the
how
most
Terrence
random
Ross
players.
used to be like that too. He had a smooth jumper. And he was
Orlando
dunking
Robinson was like
everything.
that too.
Who are the most random players to get like award votes? You know, here's a few.
Like, are we gonna? Is this like just voters just being stupid, or is
It could be, yeah.
On Basketball Reference, when you look at their stats, you go all the way to the right to tell you where they placed in
yeah?
them.
Because this guy, let me see what he averaged. He averaged.
What college did he go to?
He did not go to college. He's a foreign-born player. He averaged 12 this season.
On this season.
No, the season I'm referring to is all the way back in 2015.
Okay, it's 2015. What position does he play? We're going to try to guess him.
Forward, more power forward. This was almost exclusively power forward.
Jersey number?
Jersey number, at this time it was 20, but he wore number 12, and he also wore number 28 at one point. He was only in the league for
Monty Eunice from the Rockets.
Monty Eunice,
What did he get a vote for?
most improved player.
Oh,
Which I
Was
guess
that
is
during the Rockets?
fair, yeah. He
I
went
mean,
from 5
yeah,
points
he-
per game to
That
12.
lefty shot was nice with the Rockets.
Yeah.
Also, that same year, that was the year DeMari Carroll got a most improved player vote. He also ended up 15th in DPOY. That was the year that they won all those games. So they was like, hey, Hawks did something. Here's some awards, I guess. It's just Jimmy Butler's year, though. Tyler Zeller got a first place most improved player vote.
what?
He went from 5 points per game to 10 points per game on a really bad team. It's just so weird to look at. Shout out to they was late to the party. Baseball was always at this. Baseball Reference.
Yeah.
Where you can see like, oh man, Mookie Betts was 13th in MVP one season.
That shit, I feel like that shit means so much more in baseball.
For sure. Because in basketball, the MVP ballot is 5 names.
Yeah.
In baseball, I think it's like 10.
Damn.
So you can say like I was the 9th best player in my conference that year.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really do that in the NBA. We should just split up MVPs, 2 MVPs. Eastern Conference MVP, Western Conference MVP.
No.
Facts.
Who would have been the Eastern Conference MVP this year?
Tatum.
They would have gave it to Tatum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Unless
say
Joel was. I mean, Joel.
Everybody
was
else is out west, huh?
If Joel was healthy, it would probably went Joel. But
I
since he
agree.
missed that month, it would have went to Tatum.
I do like having one MVP though.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, the league is
Out
not
west, it
deep
would have been
enough for
Jokic still, or Luka. It would have one of them too.
TJ
no, it
Ford.
would have been Giannis. Giannis literally was 4th in MVP. So he was the first in Eastern
Eastern.
Oh
Conference MVP.
yes.
So it would have been
you're right.
Giannis. Then,
But I would've-
then Brunson, then Tatum.
Damn. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
it would've
Celtics
been Giannis.
fans finna
Do you
get on.
remember Maurice Evans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played for the Lakers.
Mo Evans, yeah. Atlanta Hawks,
Yeah.
a lot of different teams. Do we have a real unplugged though outside of hoops?
No, we can get about it. Real unplugged is my back hurt, so I need to stretch more before we golf.
Bro, I woke up and my foot was hurt.
You got some neck pain?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, I'm old, man. We old.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like it's from your monitors? Like you looking?
No.
I feel
Because
like-
I almost exclusively have it after a day of golf.
I only get sore from
It's
like
so
hooping.
crazy from golf, but I definitely believe yesterday sitting in that chair playing that game did not help my back. Me sitting like this also is not helping, but it's painful.
I told you I bought this one thing, and all it is like a little cushion that you attach to the back of your chair. Instead of you like,
I got
You
a
sitting
cushion that
up.
came with my chair though. I wonder if that's it. I'm gonna send you a picture.
is it for the head though?
No,
I
it's
know
for my
one came
back.
from my head.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
You said
But
that ahead. You want to guess how long we've been going?
How long?
An hour.
No way.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, let's have it unplugged then.
It's only been an hour.
What
But
y'all-
that's like if you look at all of our episodes throughout the years, that's kind of what happens once we get to the last couple teams. There's less things to talk
What's
about.
your
around the
favorite
association.
commercial from y'all childhood? The reason I asked this is
Reach
because
this puff, reach this puff.
Ari was in the
He
car.
was spitting in
Eat 'em
that
up, eat 'em up.
commercial.
Yeah.
Wasn't he
Commercials.
rapping in that too? Like he
Yeah,
had a
hell
little
yeah.
verse.
Chance,
That's interesting.
Chance the Rapper when he was young.
It look like him, don't it?
No.
Because commercials suck now.
I love the one that used to come on during The Simpsons. It was like an animated one, and he rolled out the carpet.
773-202 Luna.
It's crazy how you remember all those little like jingles.
Jingles, yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all know Pusha T
He wrote that.
did the
Yeah.
I'm Loving It shit?
Mm-hmm.
I found that out yesterday.
He diabolical. You did?
Yeah, I found out. Yeah.
He diabolical.
He did Arby's too. What's theirs? We have the meats.
Yeah. We have the meats.
That's pretty good.
But like,
That's
He
pretty
did
good.
the BK.
Did he really?
No, I'm just.
I was about to say he on a legendary run.
Y'all, you know what popped? Y'all remember the Quiznos one?
Do y'all remember Jamie
remember
Foxx?
what-
That's what he used to do on his show. He used to write jingles.
yes, bro. Jamie Foxx show. His whole job was to write jingles. One of them, oh my god.
And the hotel, obviously, was his job.
Oh my, this is gonna bother the hell out of me because I used to remember
When he was in
one
the
of the
studio,
jingles.
it's like.
right?
That's gotta. I feel
What
like it's
was
got the toughest thing is just making it catchy. That's all it's gotta be.
Google it. I got
Please.
I
do.
even think now Super Bowl commercials suck. Like they're not as interesting as they used to be. Like when we were younger, Super Bowl commercials was like damn near like the second most enjoyable thing to watch besides the game. Now I don't give a damn about those commercials.
That's because they be.
Do y'all like the commercials where it's like y'all don't know what it is, so basically like the last second of the commercial where
Yes.
they kind of show the
I
brand?
like
Y'all like
that.
those commercials?
Yeah,
I
but I
guess.
feel like we don't really get those as much no more.
I don't like those commercials.
Why?
The check
Especially
commercial
if
is like
it's so
that.
different
You don't
than
know
what
what the
they're
check
selling.
commercial is about,
No.
right?
Yeah.
Do you know what the check commercial is about when it first come on?
The check commercial.
Chet and Shay.
Oh, I have no idea. I couldn't tell you what it's about. What is it? Do y'all know?
It's I know it is. I forgot, but I forgot. Yeah. I
So
don't
is that
remember.
bad marketing? If we don't remember, we remember the jingle. We remember them singing, but we don't
Yeah.
remember what they were selling us.
I know that. No Flex Zone is lemon pepper wings.
Wings out, yeah.
They know better. They know better.
I know
were
the
you
Ice
listening
Spice
to?
one is about Starry.
What were you listening to on the way here?
Giannis has one too.
I was listening to Beyonce. Oh no, that wasn't.
When you pulled up, you remember? Because it was blasting.
Oh,
and I was like,
Sunflower.
was it Sunflower?
That's a
Yeah.
good song. With
Okay.
Post Malone and Sway Lee.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know before that was Beyonce and Jay-Z.
We all
What is that song? Forgot the name of it. It's they hit. It's they. Fuck, I'm mad.
On the
Am I-
Run.
No.
Ape shit.
he gonna make me mad because now I gotta think about it.
On the Bonnie and Clyde. Roll
Oh,
through
this-
Bonnie and Clyde.
Because this is like the classic Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I hear it in my head too. I'm
Oh,
trying to get
Crazy
to the
in Love.
chorus. Crazy in Love.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was mad at myself because I'm like, fuck. I was like,
you always come in with it blasting.
Blasting. 8 o'clock in the morning.
I
Every
think-
little thing that you do, it's just between
Do
me.
you turn it down when you get out the car, or do you get back in the car and it's back to full blast?
I catch myself off guard sometimes. But like a lot of times my Spotify, it doesn't start playing right away. Like how y'all have Apple Music, so like the first songs y'all say is ADHD.
No. They used to be. It used to be.
Oh,
A
it
little
used to be.
past that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
like when you have to plug your phone into the aux.
Yeah.
Spotify for me doesn't play immediately. When I had Apple Music before in the past, it would.
Yeah, it plays the last song you was listening
That's like
to.
the first thing I do when I feel like I check the volume. Even when I'm pulling in, say I'm pulling into the parking lot, I'm usually turning my music down as I'm pulling
So
in.
you can hear where you parking.
hear where you parking,
Yeah.
and then also you just don't want to disturb the neighbors. It help your vision.
I didn't realize
too.
how low to the ground your car was to the other.
Well,
end.
I don't care about what the neighbors thinking because do the neighbors put out their cigarettes when I'm driving?
Nope.
All right then.
Oh, bro, I hate getting a whiff of a strong
So
cigarette.
I'm keeping my music at the limit that I like, unless I'm just on some ignorant shit.
It was funny. We came home yesterday. My neighbor upstairs, he was blowing that gas. He was just sitting on his balcony, just laughing and smoking. And I was like,
Laughing.
What was it?
smoking?
Strawberry shortcake?
I think it was that headband.
He always said it. You can feel it around your head.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we need to get y'all to test Viola on a YouTube video.
Yeah. It's one by the Ocaremus.
Uh huh.
Whose brand is that again?
Al Harrington.
Oh, Al Harrington. Look at Al Harrington, still making moves outside of basketball.
They say he made more money doing this than he did in his NBA play.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Single
the
season, not like
Oh,
career
I'm
earnings,
finna
not
say,
single
damn,
earnings.
we need to start us a numbers on the pack.
Numbers, hey,
we got
numbers on the pack.
We got numbers on the
Hey.
Pizzak.
We might as well have to. We might have to get that.
You like that?
marijuana license?
You like
Numbers
that?
We
on
gonna
the
have
pack.
we gonna have that pack called Red Kool-Aid.
Wow. Have you spitting up that that blood?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
terrible marketing.
We gonna have that shit that's called not convincing. When you hit this, they can't nothing convince you that you ain't high. The same way
Bike
he
in the
ain't
rain.
convinced.
Bike in the rain is another strain.
Biking around.
Wait. Oh, bike in the rain. Oh, I like that. I'll grind in the build. You hit it like you got it. It's that grill. This that build grinder. What you
The
on?
construction workers gonna love that.
I'm on this build. I'm on this build grinder for the grab I do.
Hell no. How do you market that? It make your time go faster? Make your time go fast on the worst part of 2K?
You done played 10 of my career games and ain't even noticed. You thought you been playing the Nuggets this whole time, but it's a whole series in the playoffs.
Literally, you got all cold zones now, too.
Because your timing is so off.
Oh, man. Y'all read or watch the NCAA football stuff?
Yes.
I'm looking at some of the clips from it. It looks,
KB.
it looks
I've
really
only
good.
seen clips.
I'm a little. This is what I'm gonna say.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be fun because we haven't had it in a long. I am going to be so bad at this game. I'm going to be so bad. There's ways to pitch the ball when
Yeah.
you're getting tackled.
It's making you
and
think.
You gotta when it's wet outside. It's a way you hand the ball off. I'm going to be bad, bro. But I'm going.
The thing I've seen is how like when people are, or you could be in coverage and you could just switch your user while like mid play,
Yes.
which hasn't really been in like
Yeah.
that's never really been in
You can
football.
hide who
You gonna be
get-
comp? You gonna play Mutt
When it come out?
July 11th or something like that?
They're gonna have.
Oh, so
Monday
we're gonna
night?
be in Vegas.
Yeah, we
Okay.
we did.
Yeah,
say
that's
that.
literally when we leave for Vegas.
Maybe
But
not.
I'm happy to
I don't
do.
think so.
Is it my time wrong?
Yeah, it's July 11th.
No.
Oh, 19th.
Yeah, but
Okay,
I think
we
they
just
were
got
saying
caught.
that
Oh,
you
yeah,
should
we'll
get
be
the 3
back.
days earlier, so 16th.
Okay.
But we
word.
should be back
Yeah. All
because
right.
I think it's like around 11th.
Are you gonna stream that game?
I'm,
Can I ask
I'm-
you about streaming?
I'm streaming that
Yeah.
game for sure. I streamed the revamp.
My bad, I'm
so
trying to think of a
They
question.
ready for my series. New Bulls series on the way, by the way, too. Next week.
What? Why do you stream?
Because I enjoy it. It's fun.
He all in your business like y'all run a company together. I'm just joking. Get in his ass.
No, I'm just asking.
Why did you ask him?
I
Let
would
me-
say it's like what's
when
the
you
goal of
ask
my
him,
stream?
I'm gonna ask you. Why did you ask him that?
Because so I make content and stuff with the idea of like growth.
It goes somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that. Like I've talked to creators that legitimately don't really give a damn about how many subscribers, how many viewers, or whatever. They just like making that form of content. So Mike might just be one of those people. Like he has his tight knit community and that's all he cares about, but he doesn't really care to like become a guy that's averaging 5,000.
Before you asked him that question, what would you have thought his answer would have been?
I think his answer was exactly what I thought it was. Which is
'Cause
nothing,
I think
nothing wrong with that.
Why I enjoy streaming so much, and as of late, like a lot of times the game just been ended late, and I just don't feel like booting up at 11. But it's just I enjoyed watching other people have that community and have like, I don't know, it was just like a place for people to hang out, and I always just enjoyed that.
Yeah, you got a tight knit community for sure. Like you got your guys and like
my Discord numbers, they've been going crazy. And I like that because I just like having like a bunch of people in the community that like there's chats that I don't talk in, but I'll peep in and like, damn, they got people talking about this and that. Like
yeah,
you got-
sometimes I look
you
at your
know?
Discord and they got like 4 to 5 people in there playing 2K together. So they just use your place as a hub. And the way you run these tournaments and stuff, that like it's now like it's not just a name. It's not just that's A-Bugs, but we play with A-Bugs so much that he feels like, cool and everything. And I think that's really dope. But I always want to see you have one stream a week that's not related to something that you're comfortable with.
You know what? I was thinking about that too, because I also just meant to tell y'all in general, I don't know if y'all really tell, I'm excited as hell to move and have like just more space.
That changes your outlook and your like motivation a ton.
Yeah, and I can't wait to like create my own stream room and I like put stuff up and have everything like that.
Yeah, because
And I
right now
think-
you're in your front room.
Yeah, and it's just like I feel like even then I'm gonna have my couch in there still, my TV in there, so I feel like I have times where like I'm literally just watching the game on the couch with the people or whatever.
Don't overdo it though, because one thing I found out in my rooms, shit can get real hot if you got 3 TVs, some monitor,
When
and
I-
a
you know what I was
computer,
thinking?
your
When I do
Xbox.
them post game,
hot as shit, right?
hot.
Man, I go through that because I have two PCs basically. I have my gaming PC, and then I have my productivity PC, and then I have my iMac.
Well,
and all of those be running at the same time sometimes.
I have mine in my front room now, so it's a lot of space.
Right.
And so it don't be as hot. But I used to be in my room. I'm going back into like basically a single bedroom, and the floors is carpet too. So that's going to even add to it.
But that's also great for your content though. You ain't got to worry about
the
rugs
echo
and bouncing off.
But I would have had some like when I first moved, I didn't have nothing.
Right.
But now I just said I have couch in there. I have stuff I can put on the walls. Like I'm not really worried about it as much with the echo.
That's good. You already had your couch. You don't have to buy a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a couch too. So we was low key debating because I liked my couch. I was like, we could put it in the front room, whatever, because that could be like the entertainment. But she's like, nah, I want the comfy couch because the couch I got, you can't really lay down. Like it's like
so you don't wear the
lay
pants
down.
either.
What happened?
Is it leather? Pleather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
if it's
wanna
real
When is the
leather.
move?
Literally July 19th is when we move.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to lay on a leather couch either. Leather's
Oh,
uncomfortable
so
to
when
lay
you
on.
start getting on college football, I'm gonna have a head start on you.
Yeah.
That's
But
the
I was seeing some of the things, and they were talking about like some of the things you can do in there were the same things you could do. Obviously, it's football, but like they were talking about the hot routes. It's like you need no abilities for hot routes, and hey, that's cool for me because my whole
That might
my
be the
whole
only
time playing
football game
Madden, you
I-
always
That's
I
how
might
I knew
try.
I was gonna be
Yeah,
asked
you
because
have
there's
to.
a lot
It's
of
gonna
Madden different things. It looks so Maddenish, but
Yeah,
the
it does.
environment and because it's college, I'm gonna be bought in.
When
Did
do
they
you,
say anything about the like my career?
Not that I saw.
Okay.
I mean, so many people have videos out. Maybe somebody did, but the article I read didn't mention much about it. When do you get your keys?
July 19th.
And you're moving on the 19th as well? You're doing it all one day?
I'm told you, I'm getting movers, bro.
Yeah, bro. If you can afford
I'm
movers,
putting
it's
like
well
I'm
worth it.
packing everything up, and I'll have everything ready. But they gonna move because
Do
first
they-
of all, in the place place I'm moving to, one of the first things she told us, there ain't no elevators in the building.
Yeah.
What floor you on?
The third floor.
Oh, you
But
was just like
listen-
I was when we had to move all that stuff all the way up to the third floor.
Sheesh.
It's the third floor, but the stairs are so wide.
Oh, okay.
Like it's probably about like 7 to 8 steps. Then it's like flat, and it's another 7 to 8 steps. So first of all, they gonna be moving that. But even if I was, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world because sometimes you got to go through like these small areas
Yeah,
where
you gotta
like
turn
the stairs are spiraling
Yeah.
and something like that. Like we
Hey,
don't
man.
have that.
And road to glory, you start in college now.
No high school.
That's disappointing.
Damn.
So you can't pick where you. Well, I guess you still pick where you want to go.
But you want to play that senior season now, get the offers. That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When do you have to be out of your current place?
Not till July 31st. So I have room in between, or I have time.
That's
in
kind of
between.
how mine is. I think we had like almost like a month to move
I like
up.
that too because that allows you, if you want to get your internet set up, get all of that. So once you actually moved in, you're moved in completely. That's what we
Yeah.
did with our last house.
Well,
Like,
KB, I can say right now, and I don't feel like any of us would do it different. That internet, the first thing that I'm worried about.
yeah.
Are you gonna clean the whole house yourself, or you gonna hire someone to clean it?
I don't know. Probably Elena gonna do that.
Oh,
That's the type of
You
stuff.
saying
she
that's
would
something a woman's supposed to do?
do.
Why
Nah,
you being
but
so problematic right now?
nah, but that's just the type of person she is. Like she is very proactive in that type of stuff.
She's clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
opposed to you.
thought about moving. We just not gonna do it. We would just be doing something to do
I
something.
love my landlord so much that I don't want to move until I have to. That's my dog, man. I feel lucky to have somebody like him. You feel me?
I'm a good landlord. Not everybody got that.
For real.
So
You still keep in contact with your old
No,
landlord?
but shout out to Jonathan Cumberly. He was really cool with me.
Even when I got my dog, he just met my dog today, this morning when I took her out. And he's like, let me meet my new tenant. I haven't met her yet. But like when I first moved in the lease, it's like if you get a pet, it's an extra whatever. When I got her, he was like, nah, you good. Y'all keep the spot clean. Y'all A1, no complaints.
yeah, my landlord didn't charge us for our pet. She
Yeah.
said, you can have another one if you want to as well. She was cool with it, but she didn't know we already had another one.
Perfect, because I already got her.
He just don't.
Had a feeling you would say that.
He just do everything first class.
Yeah.
Something happened with the sliding door. So he like, I got it. My fridge was over freezing. I'm like, I can't be. At first, I'm thinking it's something I'm doing. So I stopped. I'm like, I ain't buying nothing frozen. I just want to see something. It still overdid it. He took it back. moved it in and out, bought a new one. Just going through all the type of things. Even when the cicadas, we have the cicadas very bad. His son will come through and like clean them and knock them out, and they just come right back. But they just like to do shit first class type shit.
For yesterday was the first time I really heard the cicadas, and that's gonna.
Damn, you don't go outside at all.
Right.
No, I do. I feel like every time I was in my car, like I just had the AC on, and it's like I couldn't really hear it out there.
High face it.
But I had the sunroof down, and it was so loud. Now that's all I be in the house, and I be hearing it now.
We experienced the most aggressive ones I've ever seen at the golf course.
Like 6 of them landed right on my
They were going at us. Like the ones by my house,
the
they'll land on you if they fall because they don't know no better. But like the golf course, they were trying to get you. That was so strange.
I think I was taking.
I've never seen that before.
I was taking out the garbage like a couple nights ago, and Elena was with me.
You be scared?
No,
Oh.
but it was dark outside, and I just heard her say like, "There's something by you" or something, and she was talking about a cicada, and I
That
swear,
dramatic ass call out.
hey, I was gone. I had to dip at least like 50 to 100 feet before I looked back, and she talking about where is you going?
Yeah, Austin had warned me when we was out there. He was like, "Hey, Derrick, you got a cicada on the back of your leg," and he was like, "I didn't want you to sit on it, like squish it." But then it flew away.
Yeah, they were out.
You was gonna get up and they was gonna think it was barbecue sauce.
Do y'all believe in like divine timing or signs or stuff like that?
Like everything happens for a reason. Is that what you want?
Something like that, yeah.
I do think everything.
Yeah, I think everything happens for a reason.
Why?
So we went to go tour this house. It came in the market like a month ago, and I told y'all we were going to see it.
Yeah.
Great house. I would say damn near perfect house.
Yeah.
It's expensive, obviously. And I was like, we can afford it, but just because you can afford something don't mean you should buy it.
buy
Absolutely.
So I was like,
That's how I feel about Rolex.
we'll chill. And then we let it sit for like 2 weeks. Nothing happened. And our realtor sent us up like, hey, they don't have any offers if you guys are interested. We're like, fuck it, let's go tour one more time. Right, we tour one more time. And then again, I say the exact same thing. It's a great house, nearly perfect, but just more expensive than I want it to be. We tell a realtor, we're out. You ain't got to tell us nothing about this house. We don't care if it get offers or nothing like that. A couple days ago, she hit us back up.
Okay.
Hey, the offer that they were going to accept completely fell through. We found out that the people that are selling the house are moving to Florida, like in a week.
So they just want to get.
They trying to pop this house off. So in my mind,
You like let me lowball them.
that was my original thing. Like they want this. I was gonna cut the evaluation in the fourth. I ain't gonna lie. Because worst thing they get to say is what?
No.
I don't
And then
give a fuck
you
about
just
the
go
game.
about your
I don't
life
know these
normally.
people. Yeah.
I got a house anyway.
But the fact that it went on the market, it was off the market, then went back on the market, make me feel like maybe that's like a sign that I should be like going after this house. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe.
But maybe I'm overthinking it.
No, I mean, maybe you should just lowball them. See what happens. If you think that the number that you want to give, if you think this is the number that I would feel comfortable purchasing this house at, shit.
I talked to my dad about it, and he
Do
was
it.
like, yeah, you should. But also, I think y'all gonna be moving soon. I'm like, what? Because I think to a lot of people, in order to do sports media, you have to live in New York or LA.
Oh.
So I think that's what he's thinking. I was
Would
like,
you get into real estate?
I thought about it. It's just too complicated for me to tackle. I feel like that's something you got to like really tackle. And I got so many pieces of work that I already got.
I feel the same way about things. Like
the idea.
I don't like to get into things what I'm not really like driven into. I understand why people do it. You know what I'm saying? But like I feel like I'm at my best when I'm really tapped in
And it's an expensive thing to get into.
all the way
It is.
tapped
Like
in.
I try, y'all know me. I try a lot of different hobbies and stuff, but those usually don't spend it don't cost no money to go vinyl shopping or thrifting. And for real estate, you got to have that capital up top. And if it ain't for you, it ain't. You know what I'm saying?
I think one thing I would like to maybe entertain is coaching. I think that would be fun.
Coaching basketball.
Yeah, I think it would be fun.
I had to ask because I didn't know if it was gonna be football or something.
Football. I don't think I know enough about football to be a football coach.
Hey, was Rudy Gobert a problem defensively in that series?
No.
As his friends.
Okay, he might be
As
a
his
coach.
friends. What is he coaching?
The big man.
No, I think he could be a coach. I think he could be a coach. Not now, but like if he put his mind to coaching and he went through the processes of learning coverages and stuff like that, he could get there for sure.
I think he could too.
He could go blind, obviously.
No, yeah, I wouldn't go blind.
Will he?
No.
Like I wanted to start small and like maybe go like middle school or something.
He could, but would he?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
I
that's-
just think it would be
I
It's a
think
fun.
lot
that's-
of work to do that, man.
That's what I said. So much of a commitment. I think that if you make your again, we know you can
and we would love to see you do it.
for sure. But it's one of those things that like when you make that commitment, it's like because you're not coaching, you're raising men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
that's
like
part
a
of
lot
it.
of stuff.
Because I would say, say you were starting in middle school, and I had these same ideas too. And this is part of the reason
Let's
why
just
I
do
feel like
AAU, middle schoolers, because you have to. Don't you have to be like a teacher or some
You
shit
do.
like that?
You
No,
can-
you don't have to be a
adjacent?
teacher.
Okay.
Teacher.
AAU, we should start AAU.
be a
Too.
lunch chaperone. They gonna get you the job.
I think Derrick would be a great assistant coach, but I thought he meant head coach.
Oh,
I think he'd be an assistant coach right now.
I think I would be.
'Cause I think-
I want to be more so an assistant coach.
I
not a
think you
head
could do
coach.
that right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I give it the
But
opportunity.
when
to
you're
present
talking
yourself.
about being a head coach, being somebody in young people's lives, and constantly having to be there, especially the type of dude that you are, it's gonna be so much. Especially having a small kid on your own, not on your own, but having a small kid now.
Do you think you could give tough love? I don't know if I can see you giving somebody
don't-
tough love.
That was the first thing I thought of. Like Derrick is such a nice person. Like
I think I can
when
give
he
tough
has
love.
to choose somebody
Give
out.
Mike tough love right now.
What's tough? Like what is the?
No,
Gotta be something?
give Austin tough love.
Uh-oh.
Give Austin the toughest love you can right now.
That sounds kind of crazy when you think about it.
That's
not
just kind of hard to do
The
on the spot.
toughest love that you can give right now.
Because like I feel like it has to be situational. Like I think also you need to learn what people need the tough love and what people need.
I think the
certain-
thing that
certain type of
Austin needs
leadership.
tough love on, he's been better at as of recent.
Getting on time.
Yeah. He's been
See
a lot
how
better.
you knew that instantly?
Yeah.
You knew that. So why would you
That
ask
was first
me?
thing that popped in my mind.
Right. So why would you? The
But
fact
yeah,
that you
I would
asked
say-
me that let me know that that's not something
I think
you would.
that, like, especially for the younger ages, it's not even always about the X's and O's. It's more so about like mending that team together and watching them grow and helping
Like
them
KB
develop.
said, raise men.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that's more so what it's about.
also I
than,
think
like,
a
the
good thing
X's and
about
O's.
coaching is don't play favorites. I think that you also got to hold everybody to the same standard.
Now, when that student
Now
parent,
you got a 5-star on your team. You gonna hold him to the same
Yeah.
standard?
or he
Easier
got that,
said
or
than
he got
done.
that student who's got his mom and dad that had donated $25,000, got them a new court. He gonna have to play D-man.
Yeah. You got to play the politics as well.
Man, I can't
Hey,
do it.
when your star player like his grade's not up and he can't play, you gonna have to.
I technically I can't play him.
I'm an idiot now.
I thought you did say he had one time he was ineligible.
That's at Burr Ridge because we all was just doing whatever the hell. But in high school, I was always.
I'm trying to think about moments when we hoop where somebody needed tough love.
Hell, he's always the one. That
Remember
needs it.
when Mikey couldn't take a charge?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you done in that? Would you done the same thing?
I would have made him
Stop
keep
whole
do-
practice.
I would have made him keep doing it.
Yeah.
He
That's-
wasn't- bro.
I
hey,
think that's the right thing to do too.
Coach-
though.
If everybody else stood there and took a charge, you have
Coach
to as well.
Lavick made him take 7 to 8 charges in a row because every time he just kept moving out the way, he's
Yeah.
like, "That's not a
He
charge."
didn't want that contact.
Hey,
Yeah.
if
That's
everybody
not a
else
charge.
stood here and took that charge, you have to do the
I
same.
love-
Wait. As a coach, out of the 2 years we've played together, who would have been your favorite player to coach? You think, knowing those personnel, who would have been the guy that you was like, that's my guy as a head coach?
Wait, what are you talking about? Playing where? Oh, you talking about like in high school?
Yeah,
Oh,
because I got a name in mind.
I think Larry.
Larry.
Or
I would only think that was Larry because he's just funny.
Yeah,
but I also think
he
Larry
could-
had a high ceiling. He just didn't apply himself to the
So you
highest
would have put
standard.
that pressure
I
on
think,
him to
I
apply
think he had
himself.
another level that he could have got to.
Okay,
And I
okay.
think
He
if I
would have
was,
been that
who-
assistant coach
who
going
you
behind the
thought?
head coach back.
I thought he was going to go with Dubose
Oh,
because
no.
Dubose was like Draymond Green-esque.
Nah, I didn't see the. I mean, he could play, but I didn't see like the. I thought Larry had another level.
Okay.
I thought Larry could have probably.
So you saying
he had the
Dubose had a
talent.
low, but I think Dubose may have had a lower ceiling, but he did the right stuff most of the time.
Yeah.
And as a coach, you think about ceilings and stuff, but also you just want to win that goddamn game.
That's true.
And,
If I was
these dudes don't play the same position, so you can play both.
If I
of
was a
them.
coach, his South would have been built around Ontario, Washington.
Everybody would have.
Right, that's a
On
drill.
defense.
Yeah.
my boy was first in the
Picking up full
the
court.
full court, first in the sprints.
Oh man,
Work ethic out of his
Ontario
ears.
definitely had to work it.
it's so funny because people that don't know what we're talking about, they just listening and don't know these people, but they
Ontario
become a
will
part of the
pick you
lore
up.
of our show.
Yeah.
Full court. He gonna be reaching at you, but he got that
Motor out of
speed.
this world.
He got the speed to still be with you.
Yeah.
He
was the
still
fir-
play like that to this day.
He was the
Does
first
he?
person I seen guard like Alonzo. Like, he calling foul? Okay, watch this. What's up? Remember he told Sean?
I was just about
Was you there, KB?
I wasn't there.
He said, bro.
If you hit rim while I'm guarding you, you scored. You keep the ball.
And D
and
Mills,
he-
what he do?
He hit rim.
Did hit rim.
Tell somebody if you hit rim. That was a point. It's crazy.
For everybody at home, we was playing like a knockout, like a
Yeah,
one-on-one
It's like
tournament.
king of the court, king of the
And my homie Ontario was guarding, and he told Sean, our other homie, like, cause he had airball like a couple of times, and then Sean I guess scored and got to talking, and he told him like, oh, are you on now? Basically like, oh, you don't remember what? Okay, he's like, I bet. I'm gonna guard you if you touch the rim. If you just touch the rim, it's a point for you. And I thought he was just being funny, but he really was like clamping him up, and he didn't hit the rim. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is the most. And I'm just glad y'all was there to witness it. Because if I came and told y'all that, y'all would be like, hey, ain't no way. But no, that man said if you hit rim, you keep the ball and you score. And he airballed. That's some That's so
very
disrespectful, bro. Matter of fact, where my phone at? That is so disrespectful.
Who would you have coached, KB?
I think it would have been Dubose is my type of player.
He would have been your type?
I mean, he won't be my star, but he's one of those dudes I wouldn't pull off the court often.
I can see that.
Damn, that's crazy because that was like my spot. I was his backup, or at least sophomore year.
Yeah.
You played the 4?
Huh? I was a wing.
Oh.
Actually, I don't know what position I played. I think I was like 2 through 4.
I know your position.
What?
Left out.
Yeah. True.
That's coming from somebody that didn't have a jersey to start the
I was
season.
I was more so on the team than you.
Who would have been your favorite player to coach?
I don't know. I feel like it would probably been Larry too, but that's just because I could have probably joked around with him.
And also,
As a coach, that's where your head is at.
I think I had a whole different mentality.
Joking around with my players is why he's
also
getting
on a
PT.
serious level though,
Yeah.
I said Terrell, but it would also been you. There was this summer where I think I was going into my senior year and Ontario was going into his junior year, where me and Ontario would go home and we lived right next door to each other, and we would go into the basement and play 2K. And while we would play, we would talk about you. We would say, bro, please let Darrick come on varsity. Because if we get Darrick, we about to do some dangerous stuff in
It's
this
funny 'cause
conference.
Mr. Richardson at practice sometimes would be like, Darrick could be playing on varsity as a freshman. But, like, I never applied myself to be a
We used to sit there and be like, bro,
I think that's fair.
he would,
You
because
would have took a Big T spot
Big T.
because that was Tyler's spot, wasn't it?
No, it was
no,
Brock.
no.
Are you
My
talking about
freshman year
Zampa?
was Brock.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you weren't a freshman when we was talking about this.
Oh, yeah.
You was
I was
like a sophomore. It was gonna be Tyler. We always looked at as like a power forward.
Yeah, he was.
He's like
and it's so
Porzingis.
crazy because he's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah,
He
just
liked to shoot.
at high school.
Yeah.
But he liked to shoot. Very Porzingis-esque. And we was like, Barrett is gonna be a freshman. You know what I mean? He gonna be cool, but he's gonna be a freshman. Have him, we ain't got no questions. We ain't got to worry about Barrett with no foul trouble. We ain't got to worry about him if he have any soft moments. It was just too much to try to put all that on him as a freshman. So we like, man, we get Darrick. No matter what Tyler or Barrett doing, we got some real reinforcements in that front court.
They don't know. Prime Derrick was like a true athlete, like a true like for somebody his size to run as fast as he could when he was like when you were like in shape and stuff.
Even when he was out of shape, he tested better than all of us when we did the compound stuff.
You ain't wrong.
Okay, I guess.
He had the best overall combine. He tested better than your ass.
Okay, we could run it back.
But me and Ontario loved that he could score inside, but he had that sweet spot pick and pop. So it's like, well, we get Darrick, and we could do the pick and roll, and he could hit him with a pocket pad. He was, we watched one of y'all summer league practices. Darrick was terrorizing them folk in there. Lottie talking him up. I remember I came in there one time because maybe y'all went before us. Darrick in there like a coal miner, I don't even want to say.
It was
He had a tank top on, sweating.
practice
In there,
kinda
give me the ball.
because
Lonnie like the man the ball.
the bigs we played with, they was block heavy. So like all I had to do was hit them with a few fakes and it was easy. Or like if it was Brandeis or Iccho, I just knew they were too slow. So like it was like a little recipe to whoever was guarding me. I kind of knew what they.
That boy was an offensive guru.
Then 7 years later, get the export and say, 5'8" white man. I don't want to post you up.
Yeah, I used to really envision myself like being a basketball player, but then
Yeah, because that one game you had 22 points.
yeah,
Is that your career high?
yeah, 22
That's why
with
you
the
got
22
that number?
jersey,
Yeah.
Career high, Mike?
22
Like
offs.
15, 16.
16.
That's
In high
it.
school?
I think he hit his career high before he injured himself.
In Burridge, I
Oh,
had
yes, you did. That sophomore year?
In Burridge, I had 61.
Okay,
And in the mirrors?
Okay, Mike
Xavars.
Smith.
I had a summer league
That's
game. I had a
That's
summer league
glazing,
game that
by
I
the
was
way.
going
What'd he say?
crazy.
Okay, Mike Smith. That's crazy glazing. That is crazy.
Super crazy.
glazing.
Because Mike Smith had like 47 or something, right? It
No, I
wasn't
think
61,
he
was
hit
it?
over 50 in one game.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to the guy.
What would you say?
I think in summer league I had a game where I was like maybe 18, 19, but in like high school I think it's like 15, 16.
Oh, if we count summer league, I
If
had
we
Summer
count
league be fun.
Summer league, I had 6. I thought I was on that
we
game.
count summer league. One
2
of my
and 1s and a
greatest
layup, man.
performances came in summer league.
Oh no, not 2 and 1. No, 2 and 1s. 2 and 1s because you didn't shoot the free throw. So it's like
Oh,
and
yeah,
one
yeah,
was the
yeah.
point. So I got
That
2
was
and 1s.
actually, I hated that.
And Coach Nelson was like, your off-season commitment is why you made this team. And I went to one summer league game. I scored 6.
Just talking.
But
Nelson just
John
talking.
and Mikey Miller went to 0. So I had that up. I had that advantage.
Damn.
Your commitment.
John on the sophomore team would have been crazy. Because he would have played the B team games with us.
You know how many Kentucky layups he would have missed?
Oh man.
Kentucky.
Hey, stop talking on John name.
Hey,
like
Not
that.
too much on John.
But I'm just saying, we had to hit a
Kentucky
certain number in
layups?
a certain amount of
Because
time.
hey, we
It's a-
knew John wasn't like that on offense, but defensively he was gonna come with it.
Kentucky
John had a
layups
motor, bro.
was a genius thing to start off practice.
I used to hate when John guarded me, bro.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Last time we played hoops with John, he pissed me off because they was literally not guarding him. He still couldn't score.
He was bad.
Like I'm talking about, they wasn't guarding him underneath the rim.
He's a golfer now.
That was the worst version of John I've ever seen. as a
Did
basketball
John?
player.
Did he actually play golf in high school? I didn't know.
Not in high school, like
With
on
his
the team,
dad.
but his dad, like a big golfer. So he used to play with his
Oh.
dad all the time.
Okay.
So he's probably in a friend group, no joke, probably the best golfer. But he
Okay.
also said he hasn't played a long time.
We seen it at
He
Top
like
Golf.
them weird. Ain't he one of the best bowlers too?
Yes, he's got the Mookie Betts hobbies. Fucking just good at darts.
But then,
Good cornhole player. What is
you
he
know
doing?
the where you toss the little bean bag in the hole?
Corn.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Or bags. I guess we call it bags.
His bag.
I know Jules is a really good bowler. Like I remember going like we
Oh
was
yeah, I
bowling
used to
together,
hang
and, like,
out and not
she's-
invite KB in them.
Oh my god.
KB would have known too if he was invited.
Even get messy was just towards the end of the podcast.
Oh, that beef was bigger than Kendrick and Drake. Man. That beef was crazy.
It was all for the cameras. We appreciate y'all watching, listening, and enjoying this episode of Numbers on the Board. We'll be back on Tuesday. Still got a ways away from the NBA Finals, man. Still a ways away.
That give
I'm
me
happy
time.
all those players get a chance to rest.
Right.
Let Luka and Kyrie and them sit back, relax.
Derek Lively next.
What if we come back to the 81-80 first game?
I love it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Peace, y'all.